Okay, if everything's working properly... Never mind, I'll be right back. Okay, if there are no further interruptions... What's up, guys? Oops, wrong tab. Wrong tab, too. There you go. Okay. What's up, guys? Happy... Wait, what's today? It's Tuesday. It's just a casual Tuesday, more or less, because tomorrow is when things get interesting, because more than likely I will not be streaming tomorrow because it's Christmas Eve. I'm going to be too occupied making the dinner and dealing with the relatives and whatnot. It's not until late into the afternoon, like well past this time, but the thing is, yeah, I'm definitely not going to get the chance, no matter how much I'd like to, guys. So, plan for today is just, honestly, I just want to do whatever I please. Maybe play Legends EA, react to some videos, like, I don't know. I want today to be something of a mixed bag of a stream. There's no focus in particular, not, hey, I'm gonna do a Loud House video, and that's in the because I put it in the thumbnail or something like that. Like, I don't know. I kind of just wanted to have fun and just do whatever pleases me. But I don't know. The start of it is probably just finish what we started yesterday with Legends EA and whatnot. So, here we are, guys. Let me just get a little more comfortable because I am in a very awkward position. I am literally slouching. Ugh. And we'll work from there. Huh. Where have I heard this before? You know what? Let's not fixate on it. All right. Gonna visit your grandma today? Yeah, we're all visiting relatives left and right, and I just realized the capture card is crackling again, isn't it? It wouldn't be a stream of mine if Elgato didn't decide to screw me over. Initially. But we all know it doesn't usually last. Take your time, I got nowhere else to be. We good? We good? Nothing crazy? Now the real $1,000,000 question. Can you go full screen without complications, please? There you go. Alright. Alright. We're gonna beat Zygarde, hopefully. What else is there to do now that I think about it? And from what people have told me, or at least from what I've been reading up on the internet, there's a couple more megas that I haven't seen yet, and you know what? I don't know how to unlock them, but you know what? We're about to find out more or less. So, hopefully soon enough. First and foremost, though, we're gonna try this bad boy again. Yeah, this dog is not a good boy. He is very mean. He is very mean. 3 phases, all more difficult than the last. You know what? This guy was kind of a pain in the butt. Like, you think he would have joined you by now because he did choose you to help him save the world or whatever, but here we are. Apparently, we're not good enough for him to just be on our team flat out. For whatever reason. At least I know what to do, more or less. Oh wait, that's not the beat. That's not the beat. Okay, I thought the beat was coming. Never mind. Alright, what are you doing? Yeah, he's crunching. It's a good thing I got close. Oh, we're actually doing damage, but we gotta run. Okay. Bro, I'm immune to freaking. Alright, it's your funeral, dude. Alright, Eleanor, you better start running, girl. There you go. Okay. Okay, do we really need the whole animation? I don't think we do, but hey, what are you gonna do? Mean legendary dog bullies local axolotl for some reason. Is that what Mudkip is? I don't know. Some say he's an axolotl, some say he's just a typical... I don't know. You know what? I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Oh gosh, okay. She took a hit, but she's living. She's living. She's living. I think. Alright. You know what? If anything, in retrospect, I should not have saved the Mega for too long, like I did last time. Okay, Eleanor's dead, isn't she? Okay, she barely tanked the hit, but she's fine. She's fine, right? She's fine. Alright, what next? Barely dodged it. So what now? Okay, we live in. Yeah, some sort of amphibian. Not entirely sure what, though. Bro, why do his moves have 0 cooldown? That's so annoying. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. Okay, we livin', we livin', we livin'. Not gonna lie, this is getting kind of boring, guys. Like, I know it's supposed to be predictable and I more or less got the hang of it, but it makes it a little less fun, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. No, Eleanor, get over here. Girl, get over here. And, yeah, okay. About what I expected. Okay, every 2 moves, he takes a bit of a pause, and that's my opening. Okay, I got it, got it, got it, got it, got it. More or less, Swamp. And, of course, right as I Mega Evolve, he goes for Land's Wrath again. That's nice. She walked right into it. Okay, she only took 1 hit, though. She's fine, she's fine, she's fine. Not getting a lot of mileage out of the Mega, but hey, what are you gonna do? Okay. Could be worse. Although I will say, though, Swamp, I can't bring myself to ever call it X. Like, I don't know, it's kind of cringe. It's such a dumb name. Like, I get it, Twitter had a bit of a stigma before Elon bought it, but still, though. Like, I don't know, that name is just, it's so dumb. Is he gonna roar, or is he's gonna Rock Slide? Okay, the moment he roars, that's my opening. Luckily, there's no, like, a time limit. Imagine if there was, yeah, I'd be kind of screwed. Yeah, I could have timed that a little better. I got greedy. I'm not gonna lie. She's dead, isn't she? Oh, jeez. I don't want to keep using. I don't want to use my full restores. If honestly, I should have bought a couple more. Now that I think about it. Steady. Steady. We livin'. We livin'. Wait, what happened to chat on the layout? Hello? You know what? Not important. Eleanor, get your butt over here. Okay, she's fine. Okay, Mega is ready. We livin'. We livin'. Seriously, how many times have I said we livin' in like the past 5 minutes? Okay. That was the, to my surprise, as tedious as that was the easy part. Is he targeting me, or is he? Yeah, he's definitely targeting me. Okay, now he's gunning for Eleanor, I think. Oh gosh, you walked right into that, but oh well. What is he doing? Oh gosh. Where's the... There's the... Oh gosh. You know what? No, I'm cheating. I'm cheating. Yeah, no, I'm using the checkpoints. I don't care how shameless it is. I'm using the checkpoints. But there is no checkpoints. I just remembered. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I feel a little demoralized. And to be honest, he's really not that important. So, honestly, just my priority is just discovering more Megas. Like, what do I have to gain from just actually catching Zygarde here? I guess tying up all the loose ends on the main story, but is that really... I don't know, it's just so uninteresting to me. Like, honestly, everything about this game has been a lot of fun, but I would say Zygarde, ironically, the titular character, has been the most uninteresting part out of all of it. As crazy as that might sound. Or maybe I'm just underleveled. You know, one or the other. Radiumus's Loud House videos would be gas to watch on stream. Who's Radium? Yeah, I have no idea who that is, Swamp. But you know what? Once I'm done here, and I'd like to believe I'll be done soon enough, maybe I'll look into it. Because like I said, guys, this stream, I want it to be more or less a mixed bag. Ugh. Let's see. Nothing new. Oh, yeah, there's one. I'd like to... Yeah, unidentified... There's a new Mega. Yeah, I had a feeling I missed some. Or at least from what people have told me. And by people, I mean the internet, who can't be bothered to keep the spoilers to themselves, more or less. Wait, is it on the rooftop, or...? It's on the rooftop, isn't it? Favorite fire starter? Yeah, Blade Torchic slash Blaziken. I've mentioned that before. Grass starter, though. Yeah, that's where it gets a little complicated. Okay, I have to go all the way around. Oh, boy. No, that is a dead end, so... Okay, how the heck am I supposed to access this? I'm guessing an elevator in another building. Yeah, I'm kind of drawing a blank here. You think with how long I've been running around this city, I'd be familiar with the area by now, but I'm not. There's an elevator here. Maybe I can work off of that. Unless... Yeah, there's really nothing... I really don't have a better point of reference. See? Okay, now what though? I mean, I'm on a rooftop, but how the heck am I supposed to fly across? Boy. Maybe someone from here? Okay, there's an elevator there. Maybe I can work off of that. I'm telling you, man, this is surprisingly less complicated in the game set, what, 3,000 years ago or whatever? Like, I'm not gonna lie, between Arceus and ZA, Arceus stays supreme. Okay, I'm guessing from here, I just have to find my way through the rooftops. Easier said than done, to be honest. Yep, of course, there's a tiny little ledge here that the map doesn't mention. Completely walled, though, so... Okay, never mind. Completely walled, so this shouldn't be the way. Oh, there's a ladder here. Okay. Another bridge that the map doesn't mention. I guess I really can't blame it in that regard. Going this way. The void is in that building, but it's completely dead end, so... Is it completely gated? It's gated. Oh, boy. And I have to do this before the end of the day, too. Oh, first stage? Still Torchic. Like, honestly, he's adorable. As for grass, though... I guess I would say Bulbasaur by default, just because of his personality in the anime. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of stumped. Ah, jeez. I'm telling you, man. Rooftops in this game are what they are to me. It's basically what stairs are to Poe in Kung Fu Panda. Sometimes you just can't figure them out, and by the time you do, you're exhausted and you don't care. I'm not gonna make it, am I? Nah, worth a shot. Is this my last stream of the year? Not necessarily, Oddballer. No, just before Christmas time and whatnot, because more than likely I'm not gonna be streaming tomorrow or the day after that. We'll see how things go next week. Like, I don't know, nothing is set in stone. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of stumped. No elevator, no bridges, no nothing. How the heck am I supposed to do this? And I have to figure it out before the day is over. Otherwise, well, who knows what I'm gonna do. No scaffolding either? Like, I am completely lost. I'm telling you, man, I just wanted to see a new Mega, and this is what I get? Okay, yeah, sure, man. Yeah, not all the rooftops look the same. Like, how the heck am I supposed to narrow it down, even with the map? And the map doesn't cover bridges. Doesn't show bridges or scaffoldings. It's just stairs, at best. You know what? Let's take this elevator again, and we'll work from there. Hello, Hode. Welcome to the stream. Maybe... Hold on. Worth a shot. Yeah, no, not gonna make it. Okay, my ankle should have shattered there. Realistically, my ankle should have shattered. But I can't think of a better method to get there, to be honest. There's really nothing to work with here. I am so stumped, man. I really am. Is this always where it spawns? Because I can look up a guide if that is the case, but I'm guessing it's random chance. Screw it. Insanity, you know what? Whoever created the definition of insanity, they did not know what they were doing, because look at this. I don't think I was meant to do it that way, but screw it. I'll take it. Where is it? Alpha Absol, I don't care. I'm not here for that right now. Yeah, learn to mind your own business. I have more than enough Absols as is. Wait, do I even have a donut for this? Okay, I have one. It'll have to do. Wait, where is it? Okay, am I tripping or is it not even on the rooftop? Okay, it's in this... Yeah, there it is. Okay. How the heck was I supposed to get here? Genuinely. Of course! It doesn't mention the fact that there's an entryway under this roof. Of course. Alright. Let's do it. Honestly, I overcomplicated it, but you know what? If it works, is it really stupid? Well, I love the fact that the trees are covering it, just so I can't see it yet. Who are we talking? Who are we talking? Oh! Wait, is that even a... That is a Mega! Okay! It's grass and fire, though. What is he weak to? He's weak to flying. But Eleanor's already Mega evolved, so... Okay. I'm assuming he's still grass and fire, so... Either Jake or Ricochet could take care of it here, but Jake only has Air Slash. Okay, you got Brave Bird, you got Flying Press, you got Aerial Ace. Okay, Ricochet can put in the work here. Although, to be honest, I think with just these two moves are fine, because I don't want to get rid of Lunge. I need the Mega to wear off on Eleanor, though. Also, I'm on a timer, so I can't screw around too much. Hello, Tails. Alright, the Mega Scovillain. To be honest, guys, other than the mohawk, other than the hair, I don't see much of a difference compared to the original, though. So I'm not gonna lie, I do feel a little underwhelmed. Bro, just keep running, keep running. There you go. Wait, where'd the audio go? I will forever associate this music with freaking Mega Crabominable, guys. Seriously, what the heck was the what was with the difficulty spike in that match? Come to think of it, if he's reducing my defense with Spicy Extract, why is he using special moves? I don't get this game, man. Sometimes the AI is really dumb, but I really shouldn't question it. Keep running, my boy. Keep running. And he still got hit. You know what? He resists it. Okay. Simple enough. Yeah, but it was still a relatively pleasant surprise, though. I'm a little underwhelmed because the design is kind of eh. You know what? Just for reference, you know what? I want to compare and contrast. Just out of curiosity. Okay, I'm starting to see some differences. Like, okay, has he always had that tail? By the looks of it, he has. But you know what? Let's see. Okay, I'm starting to see the differences, but to be honest, they're really not that significant. Like, okay, the hair on the heads is different, if that's what you can even call it. It's got more or less like a collar on the top, and the upper body is black. It's got a chili pepper sticking out of its throat for whatever reason. Huh. he does have the gangster coat basically, but for the most part, I guess he's angrier, but not the best. Not the best in terms of design, but hey, for all I know, the stat line is crazy. For all I know. Alright, I guess that's that for today, and I don't believe I'm done. According to my research, apparently there's like 2 more megas that I still haven't seen yet. Maybe 3? Like, I don't know, guys. I really tried to avoid spoilers as much as I could. I wasn't successful, as you guys know, but I know it's not a lot of information to work with, but still, you gotta do what you gotta do. I sincerely wish I wasn't spoiled on some of them, although I do know that one of them is event locked, and to be honest, I'm a little annoyed that I got spoiled, but at the same time, hey, better that than just running around in circles trying to find it in game. So maybe it worked out for the best. I don't know. That's the thing when you want to go into a game blind. Sometimes it's really easy to get lost, and you just waste more time than if you were ever spoiled instead. Imagine you are a regular NPC in the city, then you see a 15-year-old boy jumping roof to roof only to fall yet still be well. Yeah, I guess realistically it would raise a lot of red flags. Wait, I just realized I need to make more donuts. I have no idea what I'm doing here, but you know what? Screw it. Let's go. Yes, please. I am running significantly low on berries, so you know what? Maybe I should just scrap the megas and actually farm for them, for the hyper berries. I don't know. I think just those 2 will do the trick. You know what? No. Let's make 1 more. Just as a precaution. Okay, what's the best place to grind it? Oh! Okay, it's just another raid. I don't recognize the silhouette, though. Apparently it's a rematch. You're not sure, let's try it, because ultimately I am here to berry farm, more or less. Question is who? Okay, I know it's a Mega I fought before, but I don't recognize the silhouette. You know, I need all the time I can get, so yeah, give me this one. Oh, it's Camerupt. Okay, yeah, okay, who am I gonna use against this? Swampert can't Mega Evolve. Oh boy. Okay, I am a little stumped, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, no way am I pulling this off without a Mega Evolution, so... I guess I'll just switch to something else when the time for Mega Evolving comes. Hold on, chat. Someone's at the door. I'll be right back. Okay. Thank goodness that was quick. Oh, he's gunning for me. Yeah, screw the Swampert. He's just gunning for me. Okay, he got the flinch on me, but what more than that? He's not really using fire-type moves, so what am I afraid of, to be honest? Okay, you know what? About time we switched out anyways, so... I guess my best bet would be Julie here with Earthquake. I don't have a reliable water type that can Mega Evolve. At least he's targeting me, though, with the attacks. That's what I would say if Julie didn't walk into it like an idiot. You know, keep targeting me for all I care, man. Times like these, I high-key do regret not using picking for Alligator. Julie? Oh my gosh, Julie. Okay, I'm out of full restores. Okay, it won't stop gunning for me, so you know what? This is a win-win, more or less. And of course my Earthquake misses. Isn't that nice? Okay, he's just running around like an idiot. Alright, Earthquake him, and Julie, get in the freaking ball. There you go. Yeah, I'm running low on time. I'm definitely not being as practical as I'd like to be, but hey, what are you gonna do? He's dropping more balls, but hey, yo, pause. Ow. Guarantee. Is there a guaranteed flinch with all those headbutts? Seriously. Feels like he's gotten the flinch every time. It's kind of crazy. Alright, Julie. You did good, girl. You did good. Although, to be honest, maybe I should have approached this with a better strategy. I don't know. I can't believe I might have to do this, but I think for the sake of Justice Raid, I'm gonna have to raise a total dial from scratch. Ow! Maybe we can pull through, but I don't know. I'm severely doubtful. Okay, there's the Mega. Come on, Julie, you can do this. I believe. One more Earthquake. Come on, you can do this. You can do this. I think one more will do it, but... Okay. Oh my goodness, we clutched that. Holy crap, we clutched that. That was way too close for comfort, but hey. Alright, Julie, give yourself a pat on the back. Although I will say, guys... Until I could get my hands on Swampert's Mega Stone, I'm gonna have to settle for something else for water coverage. Maybe Starmie, maybe for Alligator. Where can I even catch Totodile now that I think about it? Okay. No new Megas, no nothing. Honestly, yeah, let's just grind it. No. I need to grind items, and battle zones are not good for that. I'll say that much. No, speaking of Bulbasaur, we were just talking about him. Litwicks and dogs, nah. Honestly, you know what? What's stopping me from just waiting until tomorrow in game? That's another raid. Who is that? Okay, is it weird that, again, I don't recognize the silhouette on the spot? Oh, but you know what? Never mind. Okay, you know what? We're not here for that right now anyways. I just want to learn. I just want to see all the new Megas, and apparently there's like 3 more. So sign me up. Whatever this is, sign me up. For the love of all that is good, please tell me it's not on the rooftop again. It's on the rooftop, isn't it? No! Anything but rooftops. Okay, at least there's an elevator in sight. You know, come to think of it, what else is there? Flying. Water with Greninja. Wait, didn't I already catch a Staryu? You know what? I don't know, I kind of want to try Mega Starmie, even though I really hate the design. I kind of want to try it, just because I have too much of a vendetta for Feraligatr. All I know is I need a water type that can Mega Evolve. Just so that just so that incident doesn't repeat itself. Wait, where are the stairs? Okay, there you go. No, these give plenty of time. You know, sure, why not? For a 3-star one, I'd like to believe 9.5 minutes is enough. What is that? Is that... What's his name? Golisopod? Hey! Doesn't look very different from the original. Okay, but I know he's water bug, so... Yeah, I think Ricochet's gonna have to put in the work again. Hold on. But instead of Brave Bird, I think we're gonna go with Bounce. Yeah, this'll do. No one's Mega Evolved. Here we are. Alright, let's do it. Seriously, he just has 2 extra arms on its back. It feels like that's it. Am I crazy, or is there more to it? Wait, is he not bug water anymore? He resisted that. Well, he didn't resist, he was neutral. I'm guessing he's bug steel now? Like, what gives? I'm not about to look up the type, because that feels like cheating, but... Actually, yeah, Gyarados is not a bad idea. Come to think of it. But I don't know, I've used Mega Gyarados before. He's cool and all, but I want to try something new. Something that got introduced in this game. Okay, seriously, I'm assuming he's not Bug Water anymore, so what is he now? I'm guessing Bug Steel, let's find out. Yeah, he's weak to fire, so I'm guessing Bug Steel. The way he walks, though, it's kind of silly. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm assuming he's quad weak to fire, otherwise I would not be doing that much damage. Okay. Still, though, how does he compare? What's the difference in the design? You know what? Let's do what we did before. Give me a PNG. No, I do not want a WebP file, Chrome. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's see. Wait, where'd he go? Okay, is he higher up on the list? Why is he not in my Pokedex? Okay, maybe I'm tripping. Hold on. There he is. Yeah, he's Bug Steel. Yeah, okay, screw the water typing, I guess. Okay, is Google gonna cooperate, or do I have to scavenge for a PNG myself? Hold on. Let's see. Okay, okay. He has 2 extra arms. He has, like, I don't know, he has like edges on the backs of the the upper arms. He's got these extensions on his back. Yeah, Mega Skull Villain, I was kind of underwhelmed with the design. I'm not gonna lie. You know what, Erica? Keep spitting. I don't know. Okay, the mustache is a little thicker, but other than that, I guess I can appreciate the change in typing, cause Bug Steel means nothing is effective. You only have one weakness. You're only weak to fire, but I don't know. Losing stab water? I feel like that's definitely a detriment. I don't know. And also the design is kind of meh. Okay, extra legs, extra extension, extra arms, extra limbs in general, and the mustache is a little thicker, but... And I guess there's a curve on the eyebrows, but... Yeah, this is a very disappointing Mega, I'm not gonna lie, in terms of design. Maybe the stat line is a different story, and we don't know its ability yet, although it's probably gonna still be emergency exit, but... Yeah, this is meh. This is meh. Yeah, change the skin color. Go all out with the whole cyborg aesthetic, more or less. I don't know. That was kind of disappointing, but hey, we're more so in it for the discovery, not for much of anything else. The stats are terrible. 135, 135. Only nasty plot and no speed. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Skull Villain. What were they thinking, man? Okay, okay, I have a hunch that I caught a Totodile at some point during my... Why is this whole box empty? I guess it's because I closed the box on on box 10. I guess it's because I closed the menu while I was in box 10. What IVs are you? Minus attack plus defense. Of course. It doesn't feel right to bench Swampert, but you know what? Blame the devs for paywalling his Megastone. It's all I can say, guys. And also, Water Dragon is really good coverage. I'm not gonna lie. Even though I specifically picked Chikorita at the end of the game because I held a grudge with Totodile for being chosen as the water starter instead of Piplup. Because we could have had Mega Empoleon, yet here I am. Crawling back. Although, to be fair, though, the Mega design still sucks. Mega for Alligator looks terrible. It looks ridiculous. What the heck is going on with that whole Jim Henson puppet routine? Seriously. But... Alright. Do we even have a good mint to use here? Am I even in the right pocket to use mints now that I think about it? I don't think I am. Okay, we have Adamant Mint. That'll work perfectly. Of course! Why would anyone want a minus attack for Alligator? I'll tell you that much. I also gotta grind the IVs though. I'm sorry, the EVs. You know what? Those will come in due time, and honestly, this is a casual playthrough. I don't have to fixate too much on them. I mean, to be fair though, Swamp, I'd say it's better than nothing. Yeah, he looks like a toilet seat. He's got this whole Puppet Master routine where it's just, oh, look. Like, what was the inspiration for that? It's kind of ridiculous in this context. He's a freaking vicious crocodile, man. But alright. You know what? It doesn't feel right that he's level 100 while my actual starter isn't. Give me that. Honestly, I feel like the whole team should be level 100 at this point. We're in the end game. We're past the end game. And also, it'll make the Zygarde match a little easier whenever I decide to do that. But alright. You get Aqua Jet, right? Yeah, Liquidation, Aqua Jet. Okay, I will give credit where credit is due. Totodile has a very versatile move pool. Like honestly, if they hadn't chosen him over Piplup, I would have no contempt for this little guy. Look at him, he's so derpy. And honestly, pure water is not a bad typing, let alone Water Dragon. Yeah, don't really care about Slash, homie. You can do better. Also, hello, Erica. Have I said hello? Welcome to the stream. I don't think I have. What's up? Wait a minute, where do I buy the Megastone, now that I think about it? That's the whole reason we're doing this. Alright, let's see what else you got. Obviously Crunch, which... I don't know. Do I want Outrage or do I want Crunch? Because from what I've seen, guys, Confusion really doesn't do much in this game. So I don't know, but then again, the cooldown is huge, so... I don't know, maybe I'm fine with just Breaking Swipe. And also maybe Ice Punch for coverage? I don't know. Like, I'll just adapt to the situation as I go. As for the Mega Stone, either I buy it here or I buy it at the Stone Emporium. Yeah, myself included, Swamp, but I'm willing to compromise just this once. Like, I hate the design, I hate the fact that they chose him over Piplup, I hate the fact that we got 2 Johto starters instead of when there was a perfectly good Sinnoh one right there, for a little bit of variety. That's all I can really say. Okay, oh, no, wait, no, do you sell Mega Stones? Yeah, you do. Metagross Salamence. Okay, it's either here or at the Stone Emporium. To be honest, I'm a little too lazy to look it up. Yeah, Mega Pyroar, I can see what they... Why is it not marked on my map? I've been here before. Plus 20 to all its stats and made it Marge Simpson. It kinda, I can see what they were going for, but nah, it just failed in execution. Yep, there it is. It's really expensive though, golly. That's an insult to Marge Simpson? Hey, come on. Bro, I already gave you 100k and they really have the gall to say, would you like to continue shopping? Wait, where'd it go? It's probably near the top, just because he's a starter and whatnot. Yeah, I'm guessing they're in Pokedex order, for whatever that might be worth. Alright, normal types. Poison. Scolopedes and Crobats. What is that, Gulpin? Yeah, Gulpin and Garbodor. Nah. To be honest, I can't really be picky. Okay, you know what? I would try the Steel Zone, but I know Beldum has a terrible catch rate, and I don't want to try it here. What are you, though? Okay, I genuinely can't tell. What is this? What Mega is this? I know it's one I've fought before, but I don't recognize the silhouette. You know, at the end of the day, we're here to just farm berries. For the next time a new Mega shows up or whatever. And also... Although, to be fair, though, I also need to farm points for the next ticket or whatever. Is it Starmie? Wait, okay, Erica, there's no... Hold on. No, thank you. Okay, I see it now. Okay, I guess it's just because he wasn't standing straight that it threw me off. Okay, it is Starmie. Why is he raising his hand? Why is he doing I don't know, man. What is that pose? Okay, it is Starmie. Although from what I've discovered, Starmie is a physical attacker, so yeah, I think Alfred could pull it off. Alright, let's do it. Although, if anything happens to Alfred, who am I gonna use? You know what? What are the odds? I'd like to believe he'll be fine. Okay, I need all the time I can get, so yeah, use this one. Because I definitely really clutched it last time. Seriously, I had like, what, 10 seconds left? Yeah, I guess there is some irony, and it would have been some fun irony in using Starmie instead. But it's kind of weird, though. Starmie is normally a special attacker, but apparently the Mega is physical? Like, why would they just do a complete 180? Yeah, he's using Aqua Jet. Now he's using Zen Headbutt? Like, really? Like, they really went full physical with him. It's kind of bizarre. Yeah, he won't stop Zen Headbutting me. Okay, there's a Water Pulse. Another Water Pulse. Still really bizarre, though. Wait, is he gunning for Alfred now? Nope, he's still gunning for me. No, he's gunning for Alfred. Okay. Okay, I will say, though, I need to use Leaf Storm in small doses. Otherwise, I'm gonna have a much harder time here. He literally just runs into the wall like he's a freaking chain chomp. Like, it's like that one minigame from Mario Party 4. Yeah, I can see why Chandelure is underwhelming. He just has more arms, that's it. It's nothing crazy by any means. Ow. The way he just poses with his arms crossed. Like, I don't know. It's kind of ridiculous, but I love it. What move was even that? Now that I think about it. Is he gunning for me or is he gunning for Alfred? He's gunning for Alfred. Okay. I mean, yeah, we kind of expected a special attack buff out of Chandelure. Okay, Alfred, you might want to run, girl. Or, I don't know what he's doing. Ow! The way he runs is so creepy, man. It's so cursed. Oh my goodness. And he's doing it again, isn't he? Ow. Okay, I might just lose here because I'm being too careless. Bro, can you stand still, please? Jeez. Okay, he's done. It was only 5... What was it? 5 blasts? Oh. Alfred, don't just stand there. Yep, okay. You deserve to take that. All right. Okay, I'm running really low on time. Okay, he's gunning for me with the charge attack. Is he gonna try again? Yep, okay. Oh my god, he's so ridiculous. Is he gonna do that thing again? Okay, we're almost done here. We can do this, we can do this. Just keep the aggro on me. Alright, I think Leaf Storm will do the trick here. And we're done. Okay. Base 175, 90 speed, still base 60. Yeah, Chandelure is very squishy. Is Delphox better in that regard? Probably. And of course he's paywalled. Of course the stone is paywalled. Some amazing bangers. Hawlucha, Emboar. Bro, have y'all seen Shiny Emboar? Or Shiny Mega Emboar for that matter? Gas. Some complete atrocities. Starmie, Pyroar, the Raichu's, Golisopod, and the okay ones. Yeah. Honestly, yeah, it's a mixed bag. Some of them are great, and the others are just, both in terms of design and capabilities, they're pretty meh. Alright, you know what? Sure, why not? Let's try this. Like, honestly, maybe I shouldn't be doing the raids, and maybe I should actually be grinding points for the Kyogre and the Rayquaza and whatnot. Okay, you marked it inside a building, but how the heck am I supposed to get inside? I guess through the elevator? I don't know. Okay, there's a scaffolding, but it doesn't take me to the rooftop. Okay, there you go. Okay, never mind. I wish the map would mention that there's an entrance, but hey, what are you gonna do? Alright. About 7 minutes to do what, though? Defeat trainers, land super effective hits, defeat trainers. A Go-Goat. Alright, Jake, you got this. A romantic team? I'm not entirely sure, Swamp. Obviously Gardevoir and Gallade. That's the bare minimum. But I don't know. I can't think of any other ideal pairings. Alright, Alfred, you're up. Semi-form? Okay, it's just there's no particular type used in this area. You know what? I kind of appreciate the team, bro. I kind of appreciate the fact that I can't just stick to one mon and call it a day. So maybe it's for the best. Yeah? Gyarados and Milotic is not bad, come to think of it. Apparently they share opposite stat lines, and honestly, I think that's a really fun fact. And it's very subtle, too. They're both armless sea serpents. Like, I don't know, one is blatantly aggressive and the other's very effeminate. Like, I don't know. I see it. What more than that, though? We need 2 more teammates, though. I just realized I don't have any ghost moves on Eleanor. You know, until we deal with Zygarde again. Tracy, I already did. The Mega Stone is right here. I can get it whenever I want. I got the Mega Stone. I got the boy. Okay, do I even want to call him the boy? I don't know. I still hold him in contempt. The Mega is ugly. It should have been Empoleon. Like, I don't know. I'm not about to repeat myself. Okay, I am literally looking right at him. There's nothing to... Wait, are Galarian and Yonmask part ground? Huh. The more you know. Yeah, Espeon and Umbreon is probably another one. And I will say, Espeon is my favorite evolution. You know what? Let me put it this way. I grew up with Pokemon Coliseum, so yeah, Espeon and Umbreon, definitely an S-tier pairing for me. You know what? We'll leave it to Julie here. Also, you missed that. You are way off with that bounce. You know what? In retrospect, I probably could have left that to Feraligatr, who I haven't even given a nickname to, now that I think about it. Hang on. What are we gonna nickname him, guys? And for the record, I would name him after Steve Irwin, but one, Alligator is an alligator, not a crocodile. Two, I've already used that nickname in the past, and that's really all there is to it. So, as much as I'm a fan of Steve Irwin, may he rest in peace, I can't use it. I can't call him Steve or Irwin or even Mindy. Why? His wife, by the way. Who's WC Swamp? Okay, I gotta think this through. Wait a minute. What's the name of the crocodile in The Princess and the Frog? The one that wanted to play the trumpet and, you know, and I quote, jam with the big boys and whatnot. I thought it was kind of cute. But to be honest, if I liked him that much to where I would name a Pokemon after him, you'd think I would remember his name, but I don't. You know what? Screw it. I want to do it anyways. Lewis. You know what? Not a bad name. Yeah, Swamp, I still don't get it. I still don't get it. What does that mean? A historical British term for a room with a toilet. Water closet. You know what? I guess it makes sense because he's a water type, but nah. Yeah. On one hand, yeah, I kind of hate him, but on the other hand, I don't want to go to that extreme with the nickname. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with Lewis. Also, Frostlass needs healing. I'm sorry, Eleanor. Lewis the toilet seat. You know what? Anything after that, by all means, guys, go all out with the roasting. Honestly, I may as well use these. Not fully healed, but close enough. Alright, just need one more trainer, and then I'm off. I was about to say, what the heck is that? And I was like, oh, it's a chestnut. That's a big chestnut, although to be fair, yeah, it's an alpha trainer, that's why. A lot of physical defense, but he's quad weak to flying. And he's paralyzed. And he charged a Solar Blade for nothing. Nice going, man. Oh my gosh, that is a big pumpkin, golly. Of course, he lands it while I don't. And I just realized he's part ghost. You know what, screw it, let's Mega Evolve. Why not? Nickname not Empoleon. Is the character limit still 12? Because otherwise I would do it. Not Space Empoleon. Wait, I think it still fits. I think the character limit is 12, isn't it? I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like that a little better. Outrage on a special attacker? Alright, be my guest, man. Wait, hold on. Swamp, you might be onto something, man. You might be onto something. Hang on. Oh my gosh. Swamp, I think it fits. I think it fits. Oh my gosh, I think it fits. Oh my gosh. It fits. You know what? Screw it. I'm keeping that. I'm keeping that. I'm keeping that. Oh my goodness. That's crazy, bro. Alright. Where's the golden ball? More rhetorically, can I get it without getting interrupted too much? Is the real question. You know what? Not Empoleon, your time to shine. I will give credit though. Aqua Jet is very efficient for him. Is a very efficient move. Low cooldown, really few frames. He definitely needs to farm his EVs though, because he is definitely slacking in terms of damage. I mean, to be fair though, it is a little less degrading than calling him a toilet and whatnot. Nothing personal, big guy. You were just at the wrong place at the wrong time. Wait, can they actually see me through the rocks? They just might. I have to break through them anyways. Wait, why does that not break it? What? It's a fighting type move, isn't it? Okay, whatever. Well, that was a waste of time. Okay, good. Just here for the golden ball. Nothing more to it. Also, I need healing items. I need to do some shopping once I'm done here. Nope, nope, nope. No, they weren't. No, they weren't. No, they weren't. I was literally jumping off the rooftop, literally right as he spotted me. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. You're just a stupid kid from a parallel dimension. Nope. Nope. I'm not putting up with this. I think I'm gonna run out of time, especially with all these trainers in the way. See, this is why I don't like the battle zones in hyperspace. Like, it's really hard to get around anywhere without any interruptions. It's a ball, but it's not the one I'm looking for. You know, I'll take what I can get. Big ball there, but again, not the one I'm looking for. This is frustrating, but hey, what are you gonna do? Let me at least try to get that big one. Let's see if I can do this quickly. What? Wait, what? Okay, sure, whatever. Okay, whatever. We got past him. That was my goal. No, 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 shut up, shut up. Nope, nope, we're not doing this. Really? He's exploding? Okay, that might just kill Jake, or he misses. He misses. You literally exploded for nothing. Have it your way, man. Okay, how has the battle not been canceled at this point? I'm not battling, go away. Whatever. You know what? Have fun, Ricochet. Like, I'm just here for the big ball, bro. I'm not here for a fight. Thank you. That's all I'm here for. Jeez. You know what? When it comes to grinding, forget the battle zones. Forget the battle zones. I'm going to wild areas because that was ridiculous. Yeah. Where did these trainers come from? Are they native to the dimension? Did they just get sucked in? Like, it's so vague to where it's a little frustrating. At least if you care that much about the story like I do. What fungus? What? Can you just heal me, please? Okay, I guess not. He won't heal me until I bring her a fungus or whatever. That's kind of ridiculous, but hey, what are you gonna do? Like, yeah, the place does lose its novelty when just anyone can show up and challenge you to a fight. Alright, you know what? Sure, let's try it. The higher the difficulty, the more points I can get. What's the consensus on the Z Megas? I mean, there's only like, what, 2 of them? It's just Lucario and Absol, right? Nothing too crazy. I like it better than the other Mega Absol, I will give credit for that. Because the other one... the design just felt a little lazy. Like, okay, its hair is long, its emo hair is longer, and it has wings, but... I don't know, I felt a little botched. It felt too simplistic to be worthy of being called Mega. Know what I mean? So yeah, Z is definitely an upgrade. Lucario though? I can take it or leave it. Okay, whatever I'm doing here, I'm not pulling it off in less than a minute. I'll tell you that much. So, I'm gonna do some shopping. Wait, there's more Swamp? How many? Wasn't it just Luca and Absol? Okay, I guess I'm missing one. You know, I should probably ask around some friends to see if I've discovered every Mega in this game. I know one of them is event locked, but they didn't tell me which one. I guess Swamp, but it's a little unfitting for a pure Dark type. Wait, is there? Okay, I'm guessing Zero is not paywalled, so yeah, I'll have to find it eventually. Yeah, Erica's Mega Zero was in the promo, so yeah, I'm not spoiled on that. I more or less am spoiled in that regard. Okay, maybe I shouldn't be making donuts with that many berries. Just because the demand is not meeting the supply, or however the saying goes. All right. Please tell me one of the quests isn't to catch a Beldum or whatever. In Absol's entries, it's stated to warn people about near disasters, which makes them hero. Okay, you know what? I guess that makes sense, Swamp. A literal guardian angel. You know what? When you put it that way, I kind of do like it. I mean, I named her after the goddess of... Ironically, I named her after the goddess of chaos, but that's just me, though. Just me and my typical wannabe edgy phase, more or less, I guess. You know what? I guess I just went about it too rashly. I still like my nicknames for her, though. For both of my Absols. Or at least the ones the story gave me. Do I think 15 of these will do the trick? I honestly don't know. Alright, let's do it. Wait, I'm going the wrong way. Also, thank you. I don't know how he got my balls out of the way from hyperspace, but sure, man. Can't argue with that logic. Unfortunately, since it appears near the destruction, Menacierre is an unlucky one who spreads chaos. Aww. So he's basically Bruno from Encanto, now that I think about it. Aw, poor guy. Alright, you know what? Let's go. Just the biggest donut I got. I just got here and I'm already getting ambushed. That's nice. Catch psychic type, 6 species. Okay, I guess I need to catch a Beldum soon enough. Ow. Neither of them stayed in the ball, did they? Yep. Catch rates are awful for Beldum. Oh, jeez. At least they're getting one-shotted, but it doesn't make this any easier. I guess my best bet is to catch them off guard. Yeah, none of them are staying in the ball. Jeez. Really? Faster than Dragapult and Electro? That's a big surprise. Because that's the only good stat they have. Well, Dragapult's got a lot more going for it, but still. Alright, I get it. No fun allowed. Alright, come on, Julie. Okay, they break it for me. Nice. And I get to keep the shards? Okay. Okay. We can do this. We can do this. 2 birds, 1 earthquake. Or 1 stone, or whatever. I don't know how I was going to turn that into an earthquake term. Alright, where does this take me? Okay, Tinkatons, Beldums. It told me there was Metangs here, didn't it? Yeah, I don't think I'm pulling off any of these quests, if I'm being honest. Okay, I already caught Tinkaton. No way am I catching a Beldum so easily. Probably should have bought some quick balls before I got here. Probably my best bet. I don't know. Okay. I can work with Riolus. As long as they don't see me. Yeah, I need to buy more quick balls. Assuming I'm smart enough to not get spotted. Which, as you guys have come to see, I'm not. I'll take that. Okay, at least we got 1 quest down. Even though it's the cheapest one. Alright, catch a psychic type. I'm guessing Beldum is my only option, which I hate. Because the catch rate is abysmal. Or Metang, you know, whatever works. See? It's on its back, and I'm using a quick ball, and it's still not getting caught. Like, the catch rate is just so ridiculously low. Does that count as a back shot? It didn't, but... Okay, you did not even see me. How did you... Okay. Jeez. Okay, just one. Just one of these. Yeah, I'm not catching 6 species in time. Really? He flew all the way up here just to... Okay, bro. Get a life. Worth a shot, I guess. Yep. Jake, get in the... Oh, gosh. You know what? That's on me. Even with a quick ball, the catch rate is low. Maybe I can stall out the battle and try a timer ball? I don't know. Yeah, back shot with an ultra ball, and the catch rate is still so low. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. When it's in hordes like that, it's just so annoying. You don't see me. You didn't see anything. Sneaky. Yeah, I'm not catching these guys. There better be another psychic type line somewhere in this building. There probably isn't. You know, screw it. Let's just farm balls and leave. We'll try another one. That didn't even reach. Ah, jeez. There you go. I'm telling you, man, there's so much the game doesn't tell you about these moves. The range, the amount of frames it takes for it to go off. Oops. Did not mean to throw that. More Tinkatons. Yeah, I don't think I'm pulling off these quests unless I catch a Beldum or a Metang. And apparently I need to catch both. We've seen Riolus, we've seen Tinkatuffs, Tinkatons, Beldum, Metang, and preview did say Lucario, but I haven't seen any of those. So yeah, all of these, even with the time window I got, it's probably not happening. But yeah, let's get out of here. As soon as I'm done getting spotted. We may as well break this, though. A little bit of a pity prize. Yeah, I know, I know. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try with you, bozos. Goodbye. Okay, can my neighbors please, for the love of God, stop setting up fireworks? It's not Christmas Eve, it's December 23rd, for God's sake. It's 4 p.m. I'm telling you, man, this culture is so freaking rotten. I hate it. Sometimes I really hate living in this country. Okay. Kangaskhan, Furfrou, and... what's that in the center? I don't know, but you know what? It's worth a try. Speaking of people who don't get a life, my freaking neighbors, honestly. Ugh. Alright, let's see how this goes. Okay, if we're dealing with nothing but normal types, then I may as well go all out with the fighting moves on Ricochet. Okay, how long have I been live for? About an hour and a half? Okay. I think at the 2-hour mark, we're gonna switch to something else, guys. Just because I don't want to play Legend ZAL stream. As much as I would like to be honest. Compared to the United States swamp, which is where I used to live a couple years ago, not much. Like, I don't know. Part of me really misses being a college student and having an excuse to live in the US. Okay, it's a 4-star one, so yeah, I need all the time I can get. Is it yellow in Mexico? What do you mean, Erica? Okay, it's a sewer. At the very least, it'll be easier. Okay, break balls, cast 3 species, cast them undetected. Okay. I can... oh my gosh, these guys are big. Those are big mamas. Holy crap. No, if I'm supposed to cast them undetected, maybe I should have bought more quick balls. Yeah, I'm willing to bet the catch rate isn't too generous. Oh, that's a Breaking Bad reference. I was about to say, what does he mean by yellow? Oh my gosh, there's so many big mamas. Holy crap. It's not even funny. You know what? I'm better off trying to catch something else undetected. Oh, it was Pidgeotos. Okay, that's what that was. Okay. You know what? Whatever's left, I can probably catch it. It shouldn't have to be a Kangaskhan, by the looks of it. Alright, come on, Rico. Come on. There's Pidgeotos here. There's the other ball. Excuse me? Oh my goodness. You know what? Screw it. You guys just don't know when to quit, do they? Okay, there's no point in me catching them now that I think about it. Alright. Pretty little birds. Pretty little birds. You don't see me. He does see me now. Oh, great. the fact of the matter is, they can see me through the wall, but I can't see them. That does mean, though... Nope, they see me. I was about to say, I can still throw a Pokeball through the wall, but... Yeah, the moment I slip through the wall, they see me. Great. Okay, you know what? Forget it. I need to break the balls first. Y'all want to get in the way? Be my guest. And a Pidgeot. Okay. And the Furfrous. Please tell me I at least got the Furfrou. Okay, one more. No, wait, I had to be undetected. And he did see me. This is such a chore, man. It's not my fault they're all aggro. Like, jeez. Got 3 species, but no. You know what? Maybe I can pull it off. Maybe I can pull it off with the Furfrous. I don't know. I'm definitely pressed for time, though. There's one. Nope, they see me. Goodbye. How does that... What? Thank you. Jeez. Alright, one more. Maybe we can do this. There's hope. Yeah, I know. Really? That counted as a back shot? Alright. Okay, we did it. Alright, break this, find the golden one, and I'm out. Alright, where is it? If it's near the Kangaskhan's, then so be it. Yeah, there it is. Okay. We can do this, we can do this. Come on, Jake. Alright, we got it all. Alright, let's get out of here. That was kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie. Probably because honestly, I'm telling you, man, the ratio between the mons that actually attack you and just sit there, it's kind of it doesn't feel balanced, but that's just me. Okay. Okay, you know what? I need to learn to use I need to learn to stop using so many berries just for one donut. Like, I don't always have to use 8 all the time. As long as it's 4 stars, I think I can work with it. Little did these mons know, a buff Mudkip was about to arrive at their homes and talk it out with them. I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. Dad, why do you have a shotgun? I just want to talk to him. I just realized right now, it saves every time I finish making a donut. It's kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, any more 4-star ones? Crobats, Scolopedes. This seems easier. Let's do this one. It is 4-star, right? Yeah, Julie can handle this, no problem. Honestly, I need all the time I can get, so let's do this. Apparently she's Diantha's baby, Erica. That's really all there is to her. She's pure and innocent. Like, do you expect anything cool out of her? She's like a 5-year-old girl. Catch Skrelp, catch him undetected, destroy floating balls. Okay. Maybe I can do that. Is there a Skrelp among these guys? There is. You don't see me. Does he see me? You know, maybe the Skrelps are harmless. I don't know. He did see me. Okay. Really? 3 bars of a catch rate and he still didn't stay in the ball. Okay, fine. Have it your way. Poser. Is he gonna attack me? Where is he going? Hi. You're cute. You're surprisingly cute. For being a little trash bag, you're surprisingly cute, but I need you to not see me for this to work, so I gotta go. I definitely like her a lot more than Bonnie and Max. I don't know a lot about Bonnie, and Max was kind of annoying. Alright. Oh, I will say though, guys, I think Gulpin is kind of cute. Like, just the little ball shape, the squinty eyes, the way he stretches his mouth. I think it's kind of cute. Wait, did that count as detected? It didn't. Good. Okay. Find 2 balls and then I'm off. Or I could just leave, but I do want the rewards, so... I do want the golden ball again, so you know what? That's not what we're doing here. Bro, you're not gonna reach with your poison jab from there. What are you doing, man? Oops. Okay, there's another ball over there anyways. Come on, Jake. Alright, we got them all. Really? You grew up with the X and Y and... Erica, how old are you exactly, if you don't mind me asking? Because that was 23. Okay, to be fair, though. It is possible for people, even when they're 14 or 15, to say they grew up with the anime, because I don't know. X and Y was after my time. I was more or less 15 when it came out. Even though I did watch a bit of it, I wouldn't say I grew up with it, more or less. Yeah, apparently that's been like a whole meme. Bonnie got the Zygarde to kill Lysander, however you pronounce it. Okay, I don't see the golden ball. It did mention a golden ball, right? I'm not tripping. You're 22. Oh, okay, yeah, that totally checks out. I guess the 1986 in your username threw me off a little. Oh, there it is. Plain sight. Alright, what are we talking? Just more berries. Honestly, I don't hate it. Okay. We got enough survey points. We got another golden ball, so let's see what happens. I'm guessing we're fighting either Kyogre or Groudon. We're gonna do one of those fights and then we'll leave it at that. I did my best. Seriously, who the heck says piece of cake in 2025? Meet up with Corbo at Novo Cafe. Okay. Or I'm sorry, nouveau. I don't know I don't know what the French pronunciation is. What's up? Sure, I guess. Wait, there's 16 people in chat? Really? Straight up, guys? Not because I'm trying to be ignorant and whatnot, but really? There's 16 people in chat? Am I I honestly did not expect that many. For me just playing whatever, to be honest. But, alright! Yeah, there is 16 people in chat. Honestly, for Legends EA numbers, that's surprisingly high, guys. So, even if you're just lurking, thank you guys so much for sticking around. Even if most of you are lurking, there's only like three or two people talking in chat. But, hey, to each their own, more or less. What do you want? Jeez, Chriselle. Like, I don't know, something about the way she just delivered that line, not that she voice acted it, it gave me some serious Ross from Monsters, Inc. vibe. What do you want? I'm watching you, Wazowski. Always watching. I do a pretty good impression now that I look at it. Yeah, I suppose, Swamp. You know what? I don't hate him for that. Uh-huh. We all pulled it off together. Uh-huh. Special donut recipes. Oh boy, great. I have to farm more berries. Oh, jeez. Uh-huh. What would that be? It's just Darkrai all over again. You happen to have the secret ingredient. Or Grisham has it, apparently. Hoennian salt? Is that really what we're calling the Hoenn natives? Hoennians? That doesn't sit right with me. I don't know what it is, but that doesn't sit right with me. How did you know our secret ingredient? Where did you get it in the first place? Yeah, they really do go out of the way to find dirt on people. Really? I guess in the grand scheme of things, it's community service, so please use as well. It's terribly valuable. A bag of Hoennian salt. Oh, that's so cute. It has the Wailmer on the cover. Oh gosh, I don't know how. You know what? I'm probably just you know what? Just like last time, guys, I'm probably just gonna look up exactly what type of berries I need, because I am not putting up with all that berry grinding all over again. Although I will say though, I kind of want to do Kyogre first, just out of preference. Sapphire was one of my first Pokemon games. Oh, look at the little cinnamon roll. Something about Ansha, man. She's just a little. She's so tiny. Also, Diantha's really pretty, and she's Diantha's baby, so I guess I do have a soft spot for her. Solution for what? For the legendaries? Paying a visit to Groudon calls for a very particular flavor profile. What about Kyogre, though? 260 sweet, 160 spicy. Yeah, I'm probably not going to remember that. $50 sweet, 50 spicy. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably just going to look up exactly what berries I need, because I'm not going to go through all that. Not going to go through all that trouble again. Literally just typed in Kyogre Donut on Google search bar, and they gave me... And you know what? They answered for me. Alright, let's see. There's already articles about this sort of thing, but should I really be surprised? There are a ton of different berry combos to successfully mix this donut. We use the following berries. 1 Hyper Yash. 1 Hyper Koba. Do I have Hyper Yash? I do have Hyper Koba. 1 Hyper Payapa. 2 Hyper Haban. I only have 1. 1 Hyper Colbur. And 2 Hyper Baberi. Okay, I'm 2 berries short, but... maybe I can pull it off anyways? I don't know. I don't have any Yachi berries? Yashi berries? Yash berries? I don't know what to pronounce it, but... you know what? Just show me the numbers again. Okay, for Kyogre, it's 50 sweet, 50 spicy, 210 sour. I need sour. 180 bitter. And 370 fresh. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Yeah, it doesn't seem like I can pull this off. Exactly enough freshness, but... yeah, no. I think I'm better off just farming the berries. I'm done for now. Thank you, sweetie. Oh my goodness. You know what? I'm probably gonna have to grind this off screen, guys, because doing this on screen is a bit of a chore. And to be honest, I kind of want to switch to something else. Because we've been playing this game long enough for this stream, so... I'm gonna take a bit of a break, and just to set up something else. You know what, Swamp? Maybe I will look up those videos you recommended earlier, and I'll be right back. You know what we haven't done in a while, guys? That I really should have done a long time ago? Hang on. I'm gonna put this on the side for now. I remember a while back. There's something we definitely haven't done in a while. Which I definitely should have given some continuation. Y'all remember when I reacted to Cartoon Cheese review of the Owl House? We never watched the part 2. And a lot of people have been asking me left every now and again. And you know what? Now's as good a time as any, because I got nothing better going on, and I'd rather not fixate on the Loud House again outside of the weekends. Just because, let me put it this way, guys, that kind of show, it definitely does drain your morale. Know what I mean? And again, the show does too, but you know what? It's a much smaller dose. So you know what? Let's finally get into it after, what, 2 months since I reacted to the last part of this video? So you know what? Let's do it. Why not?
You're supposed to be dead!
Yes, you read that title correctly. I'll give it a rest. Now basically...
Why am I not surprised that he got so much flack for the first video?
All of you watching this video know that I've been one of the more outspoken critics of the Owl House. I mean, I made a 40-minute video criticizing the first season. I'd say I'm rather passionate about this discussion. However, when I made this video, I didn't expect it to completely poison any and all discussion relating to this show. And that's
I mean, what did you expect from Tumblr's favorite Disney show? It's all I can tell you, homie.
because in retrospect, I think this video is terrible.
I mean, do you though? Or is it just because you used one too many offensive terms? Because there's a difference, man.
Not because I disagree with the majority of things I said about the first season, although there are things I'm absolutely going to correct myself on, but because it shows very obnoxious growing pains for how I write my videos and communicate my points.
Yeah, that's fair. Basically what I just said, but he definitely worded it a lot more eloquently.
I should also probably dropkick the morbidly obese elephant out of the room. The edgy jokes in that video are super tryhardy and are straight up cringeworthy to look back
Okay,
on.
what's the genuine question. What's the time gap between this video and the previous one? I want to say like a year, but don't quote me on it.
Aging well entirely. Like I remember calling Luz retarded at one point as a joke because I myself.
Bro, the fact that YouTube captions censor that word tells you everything you need to know.
I'm on the spectrum. And then a few months later, she was canonically confirmed to be neurodivergent.
Fucking what the fuck?
Dang.
Over the past year, I've grown out of the mentality of just going, look, minorities, funny, as a form of shock humor, because it's not only pointlessly offensive, but also there were people who thought I was an actual bigot and agreed with them, which made
I wouldn't go that far.
quite uncomfortable.
I don't know who did, to be honest.
There are 2 reasons I wanted to make this video. Number 1, because a bunch of circle-jerking chimps have essentially hijacked the first video and are using it as some sort of bible to base their opinions around, which has made any and all discussion pertaining to this show a
To be honest, man, I don't remember most of what he said in this video.
of who has the extra chromosome. And 2, the Owl House Season 2 is pretty damn good. I know.
Really?
It's maybe a lot to take in, and
I mean, I'd say about 30% of it I haven't seen yet, but you know what? Let's see what he has to say, because I have a few qualms.
YouTube videos are scary, I understand. I can already feel my Discord server staging a coup behind my back, but bear with me. A lot of people are under the impression that I think the Owl House is a terrible show.
I mean, terrible might be a bit of an overstatement. Unenjoyable, inconsistent, uninspired, flimsy. I can think of a lot of terms to describe the Owl House, but terrible might be a stretch.
Despite me stating that I thought it was okay, and I've had a concerningly large group of people, most of which thankfully removed from the majority of the last group, who take my video at face value and proceed to parrot every criticism I have for it with all nuance removed.
Yeah, like if you guys go through Twitter, or at the very least you look up Cartoonchi on the Owl House on the Twitter search bar, like, y'all will see. People were not letting this guy breathe for whatever reason.
There's also a minority of people who think I agree with not having gay people in cartoons just because I thought Lumity was rushed.
Yeah, totally what that's about. If the romance is uncompelling and he points it out, he's gotta be a homophobe, right? He wouldn't be the first person to put up with that nonsense, if I'm being honest.
That doesn't make much sense. So
Thank you.
You can understand why I want to give credit where credit is due, because despite all of my issues with the first season, I can't deny the Owl House Season 2 is a massive improvement and I highly recommend it. Why? Well,
really?
we'll have to find out, so strap yourselves in. First though, let's correct a few points that I got wrong in the first video, as well as a lot of ones that some people didn't understand. I have had a lot of people say that I think Gravity Falls invented mysteries in cartoons as well as episode concepts.
I wouldn't say perfected, maybe. Invented? No, not even close.
like body swapping, just because other cartoons have them, including the Owl House.
That's up Gravity Falls actually did it well. That's all I can really say.
I'd like to make it clear right now that Gravity Falls did not invent any of that. That's not what I meant, or actually
What? I was never. What? Who was under that impression in the first place, homie? I guess he probably found someone in the comments. I have no reason to doubt it.
said. I was talking about how mystery started to become more commonplace in story-driven cartoons after Gravity Falls ended due to its success, and that it was a noticeable
Probably because it set the bar so freaking high, now that I think about it.
pattern. Not that they were explicitly trying to copy this one Disney show. And my claim about a few Owl House episodes being rather similar to existing
And to be fair, this show does take some inspiration from Gravity Falls. It's quite literally canonically set in the same universe for whatever reason, which is dumb. Apparently, Ida is Stan's ex-wife because they're really just riding off of Gravity Falls' coattails. So, you know what? Is there really any reason to undermine anyone making the comparison? I don't think so, personally.
Gravity Falls episodes was only made because Dana Terrace had previously worked on Gravity Falls.
And yeah, Dana Terrace did work on the show. I think some sort of illustrator or storyboarder. I'm not entirely sure what.
So it's not the fact that Owl House uses a few cartoon episode tropes, it's the fact that these episodes also happen near identically in Gravity Falls, a show
Oh my gosh, they also had a shrinking episode, now that I think about it.
that Dana had previously worked on. I will admit my hyperbole of, look guys, this is plagiarism, my dick is massive, may
Okay, no. Plagiarism would imply the original creator or whatever wouldn't have a problem with it, but if anything, it seems like Alex Hirsch was encouraging it, so I guess it doesn't really apply.
have gone under the radar, and I don't think this is a massive sin since these episodes really aren't that bad, but I still think comparisons can reasonably be drawn. But you're
Yeah.
free to disagree with that. I also acknowledge that Luz is able to use a staff without having a bile sac on her heart. I still think that she should have stood no chance against Bellows, but it isn't enough to make her a
Yeah. You caught him off guard once, you put a crack on his mask, like, I don't know, for such a talented witch, and I'm talking about Bellows in this case, it's a little unrealistic that a borderline rookie stood any semblance of a chance.
bona fide Mary Sue, if you can even stomach me using that term with how misused it is these days.
Yeah, I agree. It is definitely misused.
My complaints relating to Ida being useless don't really hold that much weight, as the focus of the show has clearly shifted away from teaching Luz how to learn magic. However, I will stand by the fact that they drag out Ida's laziness to a borderline insufferable degree.
Not to mention, if it was actually funny in most capacities, I could let that slide, but it's not. Like, Wendy Malick is good casting, but she just never made me laugh. Like, the only time I actually appreciated what she was saying in a certain context is that one episode where she shows her the Titan's corpse. That one line where she says, hey, we all want to be a hero, but if we go out waiting for some sort of prophecy to help guide us that way, we die waiting. So, I don't know how that line went. It's from, like, what, the third or fourth episode? Like, I don't know. That's the only time a line out of Ida ever stood out for me. Otherwise, meh. She's just your run-of-the-mill, middle-aged slacker, if that makes any sense.
And I still feel like drop-kicking a toddler each time she makes an excuse in episode 12. One of the dumbest complaints I think I had was broadly generalizing each episode as being made with a certain formula of Luz doing something she's not supposed to and then dealing with the consequences, only to not learn anything by the next episode. While there
Yeah, it's not as it's not as exactly formulaic, I would
are some
say.
episodes like this,
I don't know, to be honest, I haven't seen the show in like a couple years, guys, so give me a break if I'm a little flimsy on the details.
namely, and I still feel like Luz was just a tad too reckless. This is a sweeping
Yeah. Even for a neurodivergent, quirky weirdo, I don't know how to describe Luz. Point is, none of it makes any sense for her character. None of what she tries to pass off as a mental incapacity or condition really justifies her behavior as a character most of the time.
generalization of the actual show, and not every episode falls under this description. And in terms of general issues with my first video, I think I'm going to cut it off there because I'm getting a tad sidetracked. But I may list some extra stuff in the description, I don't know. I mostly stand by a lot of my points in the first video, like the world building being flawed, characters being inconsistent, a few generic episodes.
Okay, Swamp, do me a favor. Whoever this Radiumist guy is, do me a favor. Link me in the media tab on Discord, just cause I had a hard time finding him on the YouTube search bar.
A bit of wonky dialogue and some
We might just look into it right after I'm done reacting to this video.
really odd pacing. Overall, in spite of these issues though, I do enjoy season 1 of the Owl House a fair bit. It's funny, the action and animation are cool, the world building, while flawed, is still rather intriguing, and the character
I don't know.
Just are fun to watch despite their inconsistencies. Now with that out of the way,
It's time for the moment you've been waiting for.
Oh, oh, okay. I thought it was actually gonna say the. Never mind.
the Owl House Season 2 is pretty freaking good. However, it's
Really?
a shame that I have to start finally being into the show when Disney's given it the X. Now, I'm not
Yeah, 20 episodes later, and it's on the verge of getting canceled at this point, and it's barely getting interesting in his eyes. I still don't care about it personally, more or less, but yeah, I can see why he'll feel a little underwhelmed.
not much of an expert on ratings, but from what I could tell, Owl House never really had terrible ratings unless it's their social credit in China. And
Okay, to be honest, it's a Disney show with an above-average budget and an above-average... Would I say plotline? No, just an above-average budget in general. Odds are it's not gonna tank in terms of ratings and whatnot.
you can make arguments about kids not being too interested in story cartoons, because while yes, you are right about that, Owl House's cancellation specifically confuses the hell out of me. The Owl House was
In what
cancelled
sense?
pre-season 3 due to it not fitting the Disney brand. You what?
Might seem a little... You know what? Let's see. Let's see what he has to say.
Bloody dimension do you live in? You literally greenlit the show. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, after a whole 2 seasons later, and you're just now realizing that it might be a little too child unfriendly. I guess it's just bad timing, but you know what? I kind of want to look into it because I'm also curious in that regard.
Regardless of the explanations Dana gave for the show's cancellation, these are the words of a Disney executive talking complete shit.
I mean, okay,
The show was too
I'm gonna let him talk first before I say anything.
dark for kids, and I'm surprised that Amphibia is somehow still alive because that show, okay, spoilers, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Marcy gets stabbed. Okay, come on, that wasn't that graphic. Putting a helmet on her and brainwashing her, it's really not that graphic. I don't know why people exacerbate this moment from season 3.
I've heard that it's something
Like, yeah, she's screaming in agony, but that's really about the extent of it.
along the lines of them wanting to direct their more mature programming towards Disney Plus, while the Owl House was contractually binded to the Disney Channel. But I'd hardly
Really? See, now that I did not know.
refer to Owl House as some profoundly
I honestly thought when it came to Amphibia, I thought it was going to reference the moment where Marcy got stabbed, which is honestly a lot more graphic than her being turned into Darcy or whatever.
mature show, unless your mind is in the gutter. Don't
Yeah, it's really not.
get me wrong, the show can get very dark and
It has some dark elements, but
mature, but it's hardly content that would scare or confuse children.
yeah, exactly.
Amphibia,
You know what? He worded it better than I ever could. Not that I worded it at all.
as an example. Yep, that seems fine to me. Now, I'm
Okay, not a very good example if you ask me.
hardly one for conspiracies. That's a lie, but I would honestly bet
Hey, yo. Stop. Don't even go there, homie. We're here to talk about cartoons. We're not here to talk about... Can I even say talk about it without mention it? Allude to it without getting demonetized? You know what? Moving on.
money on the show's cancellation being the result of the LGBT rep at this point, because it's
Yeah, basically, Erica. Yeah, that meme of Patrick and SpongeBob with the baby on the roller coaster, that about sums it up well enough. Even by Disney standards, that's really tame.
cringe as it may seem to automatically assume bad faith reasoning for why a corporation would possibly cut a promising show short. It's Disney, so fuck 'em. They
Yeah. Either way, whatever Disney's reasoning, it doesn't make sense, but here's my conjecture on it. Because keep in mind, guys, a lot of the dark elements, for whatever they might be worth in the Owl House, they weren't really there until around season 2. Like the Emperor's corpse fading and whatnot, like a lot of the darker elements, they really weren't there until near the end of season 2. So that's more or less when Disney should, like, okay, Hootie, literally named after the devil. There's 666 days in the Boiling Isles. Like, there are some elements that you can definitely realize, okay, maybe a lot of this world building and elements are a little too much for the Disney brand. Like, I can see where the cancellation might be coming from, because a lot of that was not introduced. A lot of those ideas were not there until after past season 2, to say the least. So to the people saying, oh, they got canceled because they have a gay lead, like, no, that is a load of crap. That's all I can say in that regard.
clearly protested the idea during the show's production. Dana had to fight to make the show as gay as it is, and season 2 is in stark contrast to season 1 by not just being slightly gay, but being openly gay. And you'd think of how much virtue signaling Disney does, they'd be fine with this.
Again, probably not the reason you got canned. Nobody knows for sure, but I sincerely doubt it, all things considered. Maybe Disney are being hypocrites, or maybe there's something that you're not paying attention to, just to draw attention to this. Like, I don't know, it seems like such a bad faith argument. Oh, the Owl House got canceled, cut short because their lead is gay. Nah. Like after everything I just said, after I don't know. I'm really trying to be impartial, guys, but at the same time, it's hard to be when everyone else. It feels like the mob is just gonna get on your case. Know what I mean?
I'm fine with it. The relationships feel a tad more natural in season 2 because the pacing is a lot better.
How can you say that when you said it yourself that it felt rushed and bland in season 1? That's all I can tell you, homie. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, guys. It feels like Tunji is caving a little too much.
And it's not like they're any different to how straight relationships are handled in most cartoons. So is the answer just as simple as Disney being a faceless corporation that only wants your money and not actual progress? Well, yes, that is
Yeah, that is true. Yeah,
a fact, but we may never
but I think this is a little besides the point.
truly know exactly if that's why Owl House was cancelled. Apologies for the rant.
I guess we'll never know for sure, but I trust my conjecture a little more.
Owl House Season 2 was a lot tighter in the writing and pacing departments, and I think that's definitely what won me over here. Season 1's
Really?
biggest problem was undoubtedly its absolutely horrendous pacing. Hell, even
Yeah.
devoted fans of the show have agreed that the pacing of Season 1 is not exactly great. I almost suffered a fatal stroke by the end of the finale, among other things.
Stop! Yeah, what's happening to Ida?
That's a TV microphone. It's not gonna make the crowd hear you any better, man. Despite pacing issues, the show runs at a much more consistent, fast pace and manages to properly give information to
All right, I'll look into it, Swamp Mate.
the audience without overwhelming them, which is in contrast to the finale of season 1 that is suffering from such intense sensory overload that if it were a person, I'd be surprised if it managed to climb out of the abortion bin. Not to mention,
Oh, gee. Okay, you know what? This got uploaded 4 years ago. This was before Tunchi decided to tone it down with all the graphic metaphors, to say the least.
the characters are finally being properly fleshed out and are showing signs of their growth, which really adds to the investment.
Does it though? I don't know. Judging from whatever growth Luz went through in the 3-part finale, it doesn't feel earned. But let's see what he has to say first.
I'd love to list all of my praises here, but I'd rather go through each episode and detailing why they work.
Oh gosh, we're gonna be here for a while then. Okay, to be fair, I already saw the time mark. It's 42 minutes long. I guess I may as well get comfortable.
One thing that immediately struck me as I began watching the first episode of the season was the dynamic between the characters. The characters are arguably the strongest attributes the Owl House has, and I admit that it took me a while
That's a
to really
stretch.
warm up to anybody in the first season. And in all honesty, the first half of episode 1 had me slightly worried, and this was due to a few returning issues. For starters, I found it particularly odd that everyone has gone back to treating Ida with no more than a
Yeah. She went through all that. She was spared execution. Like, people were more or less informed of all of her contributions to the Boiling Isles, and yet somehow she's still treated as an outcast.
when they literally chanted for her to be let go of her petrification, which
Yeah.
was, according to Luz here, a week and a half ago. It also still bothered me that Lilith got off so lightly for everything she had put Ida through, as well as being the central antagonist of the previous season.
Yeah. She kidnapped your protege, she lured you into a trap, she almost had you turned to stone for all eternity, and somehow she gets off scot-free.
Although I will elaborate on this soon, but
I guess getting kicked out of the coven is enough punishment, but it feels too generous.
to lay low. Yeah, this happened
Oh my gosh, he does look like a Team Aqua member, Swamp.
a few too many times last season, and you always got in some kind of fucking trouble for it, so maybe don't. Aww. Actually, I'll take that back. She doesn't do this for the rest of the season. GG, Ida. It's this kind of inconsistency that I felt plagued the first season, and I wasn't really on board until halfway through the episode, where the quality seemed to take a massive leap. Luz goes for a high reward bounty so that she can help out Ida, which at first would seem like Luz doing something reckless because she's completely oblivious again. Until
Which she kinda is, but let's see.
actually starts going, and we realize that Luz has definitely matured after the first season. She's competent.
Eh, I guess she is taking it seriously for a change. I guess it's just more so, I think that the credit there is just owed to the fact that the writers were like, you know what, we tried too hard to make this character funny. Let's take it up. Let's wither away from that a little bit.
With the magic that she's practiced, and while she's always had helping people on her mind,
I mean, after your mentor gets kidnapped and abducted because of you, more or less, it would make sense that she more or less takes her job seriously, especially when it comes to helping her. You know what? Credit where credit is due.
most of the time, her reasoning for why she's doing what she does is so much more compelling, and you really start to grasp the situation that she's in, as well as how she views everything.
It really doesn't change her reasoning for being here in the first place. Just, oh, I just conveniently always dreamed of being a witch. Oh, I'm an outcast in my human world because I'm weird and I hurt people. Like, I don't know. just because it's her character has made some semblance of progress, it doesn't undermine the lack of it's the ugh, I don't know how to word it. Like the initial steps are still flimsy, so I don't know how I'm supposed to respect any semblance of progress when the start is already so scuffed.
She took everything from the petrification and the consequences of it as her own fault. She's putting this
Yeah,
burden on herself, and it feels realistic for a girl her age to do so when put in this scenario.
yeah. It was her. She's the one who snuck into the Emperor's Coven, more or less. Tried to steal an artifact and got kidnapped, more or less.
Even if it's inherently a self-destructive mindset. For the first time in this series, I
I mean, for how old is she canonically? 14? I guess that makes sense.
actually feel invested in this character now. And while Luz is still goofy like she usually is, you really feel
And she's still not funny, mind you.
how much she's changed, and I welcome that. Ida also has the same bad habits as Luz, unintentionally sabotaging her mission just so she can steal some treasure, but it's clear that Ida has gotten attached to Luz, and it gives her seemingly selfish antics a lot more depth now that she's gotten to know her. Whereas before, while Ida still cared for Luz somewhat,
It really makes you wonder, knowing how selfish and snarky Ida was before meeting Luz, and even after the fact, it really makes you wonder how she ended up getting attached in the first place, because Luz's character was so scuffed throughout the first season. Like, okay, like Ida legitimately had no reason to take her into her place, let her live with her, and teach her everything she knows about being a witch and whatnot. Which, for the most part, she didn't anyways, but that's besides the point.
it was clear that she did a lot of things purely for her own benefits. By having the characters grow like this and giving them these moments away from the action, it allows us to become more invested and attached. And that's saying something when in terms of mannerisms,
To some degree.
Luz and Ida are the same as last season. It's the added character depth being introduced at a consistent pace that allows this to work. Obviously though, this episode isn't just centered on the characters, we need a way to kickstart the season's story. Enter the Golden Guard. While his introduction through Lilith was a little hasty, he soon makes his appearance, and I think he's easily the most interesting character so far, but we'll get to that
If only they didn't completely botch it, in my opinion, but we'll get to that soon enough.
soon, because right now there's not much to him. Decent first impression though, he manages to strike that balance between a playful bad guy and
Being enigmatic.
an intimidating
But honestly, it feels like too much of a cliche for me to care. Like introducing a new character in the new season, he's wearing a mask.
foe, which makes
Like I don't know, it feels like a trope that's been done to death over and over again.
him fun to watch. I am a little intrigued as to how they managed to pull off this shadow trick, but that's going into nitpick territory. Overall, I was very impressed. It wasn't mind-blowing stuff, but it was a solid episode and a good start to the season. Oh right, Lilith is here. And
Doing nothing, basically.
in all seriousness, the brief moments Lilith got in this episode were alright, and did a decent job at downplaying the suddenness of her redemption, which I still feel wasn't done properly. But it's a small thing, really, and all things considered, making her a bitter dork who learns to be open to help works for her. And I won't lie, her friendship with Hootie is pretty cute, and it's worth destroying my eardrums for.
Really? Ironically, I would say the opposite. Hootie is still unironically unfunny and just obnoxious. I've never laughed at a single thing he said.
Almost.
I'm not commenting on that. Lucifer.
You see, the interesting thing about episode 2 is that it's yet another episode that develops Amity, but it also gives us a lot more
Hey yo. What? How?
context on the kind of people her children cartoon MILF, my fucking thing.
I'm not playing two videos, guys. That's straight up how it's presented.
Is there a problem? Yes, I get the joke.
Hey, yo.
Dahlia Blight. Please, this is getting out of hand. Stop, please. Children cartoon MILF, my fucking thing. Dahlia MILF. Stand by.
You get no bitches!
Okay.
This is what happens when bottoms find their first abusive cartoon character.
Hey, yo. Whatever, man.
Frame you for murder and you'd be whacking it off in the interrogation room.
That's unacceptable.
Oh my gosh, what is up with what
Topic,
the?
Amity proceeds to get more development here, standing up to her emotionally abusive parents.
He will never fuck you.
And we get more Lumity fuel, with the plot centering around Luz and her friends being
Bro, what is up with my keyboard? What the heck?
Question to be chucked out because it's causing Amity to be distracted, and Luz helping Amity's parents in order to get back in. I also appreciate that Emra and Edric had their behavior toned down to sibling teasing instead of off the charts asshole. And I
Yeah.
actually enjoy-
To be honest, it's a little unrealistic for them to be so suddenly so supportive instead of just being downright abusive, just like Amity's mother. Like out of nowhere, they just decided, you know what? She suffers enough. Let's help her out every now and again. Like, it just doesn't add up. It's a nice change of pace, but it still doesn't add up.
Joy when they're on screen this time. The episode really emphasizes just how much control Amity's parents have over her, as well as how much influence they have in the Boiling Isles. It's a neat and substantial bit of world building that doesn't hit you over the head with details. Yes, I am extremely bitter, how could you tell? And it makes an enjoyable episode. However, there's still the issue of Gus and Willow being present simply for moral support and not being actual characters. Guys,
Yeah,
I
that
don't
too.
dislike them, they're just not interesting. Interested in how Gus went through puberty in the span of a week though.
That's cool. I just hope it helps Ida learn my name.
That kid's balls didn't just drop. They
Okay,
fucking
I don't know what is up with
solidified.
my
There is a
keyboard.
B-plot here with Ida and Lilith learning how to use glyphs so they can do magic again, with Lilith perfectly adapting to it and Ida obviously struggling with the basics because she's a wild witch and doesn't follow the rules, which makes sense.
Does it though? Cause ironically, near the end of season 1, it seemed like there was the other extreme. Like they went into a duel because Luz got kidnapped and Ida was kicking her ass, more or less. So, doesn't it seem a little ironic?
So other than that, it's not like this B-plot really matters aside from simply being comedic, and it's
Alright, Jorge, thanks for sticking around.
funny, but it's part of a larger problem. A lot of the B-plots this season tend to feel like afterthoughts, and while the A-plot is definitely what needs the most attention, the B-plots can sort of meander even if they themselves are plot important. Other than that, I don't have much to say of this episode. It hits all the right notes and ends on an intriguing cliffhanger, with the Golden Guard taking away the Blights Abomaton and hinting that the Blights themselves were trying to create some sort of private army, which I'd like to see followed up on someday, but who knows.
Did it get followed up on? I honestly don't remember.
Gonna be honest, was not expecting an episode to focus on King of all characters, but they made one and it's pretty endearing. It focuses on how Ida and King met and where King got the idea that he used to be a tyrant who ruled over demons. And while it's obviously not true, watching King's perception of his life just crumble around him combined with Alex Hirsch's fantastic voice acting.
Ironically, Alex Hirsch's voice acting, it was really hard to take it seriously when he's literally just using his Bill Cipher voice. Like, I don't know. Even for a character as silly as King, it just didn't sit right with me. On one hand, he's supposed to be cute and cuddly. On the other, he's using the voice of an apocalyptic demon, who almost ended the world, more or less. Like, I don't know, the contrast is just way too jarring for this performance to not come off as distracting in any capacity.
Really sells the emotion, and it's kind of heartbreaking. It's not
It's really the opposite for me, man, but you do you.
often that a voice actor can make crying sound this natural. Also, this happened and I proceeded to lose my shit for an entire minute.
What?
The
Okay.
island itself is interesting, and it's implied that it'll be looked at again in the future, but the main takeaway from this episode is that King has a father, unlike 60% of my audience, and he vows to one day
Like 60% of your audience? That's too generous, man. Considering the backlash you've gone through,
be
homie.
reunited with him. There's not much else I can really say about this episode because it doesn't really have anything wrong with it. It develops King and leaves some intriguing mysteries. I don't
And ironically, he's so much more apparently he's so much more powerful than any run-of-the-mill Demon King. Apparently he's the spawn of the Titan, so it kind of undermines any of the heartbreak in this episode when he still had a reason to be so playfully full of himself, to say the least.
have much else to say.
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, when you take the finale into account and whatnot, or really the whole series, yeah, this episode definitely loses its weight. Okay, up to what episode does he go to? Out of curiosity. You know what? We'll find out soon enough.
Unfortunately, episode 4 isn't all that great, and it's down to a few very simple issues. Just
Can we, bro, just don't. Just stop. Homie, okay, this video's 4 years old, but just don't, man. Just don't.
that we're on the same page, this feels like a mix of filler hijinks and meaningful character moments, yet none of which are actually done well. Like,
Yeah.
you get a flashback at the beginning of Ida running away from home and her mom looking for her, so you'd think with Ida's mom's randomly showing up to the owl house, it would be an episode about them reuniting after such a long time. But instead, it's just explained that they already met up again multiple times in the past, and that Ida's mom is just a dipshitted curmudgeon who falls for Discord scams. Okay.
More or less. It doesn't really go anywhere now that I think about it.
Regularly?
That's what I'm saying! The former option is cliche, and I ragged on that kind of stuff last time, but it doesn't mean you can't put effort into creating what is logically a much more powerful story. There's an entire thing with Lilith being neglected by her mom as a kid, and even as an adult, and it's literally solved at the end because Lilith transforms into the Owl Beast alongside Ida, which prompts Gwen to go, lol, okay, I'm sorry. And then at the end, Lilith just leaves with Gwen to spend some time with her. It all feels very abrupt. I'm assuming they're going to explain how Ida just found the portal door in the ground near her house. According to the wiki,
Wait, did they? I honestly don't remember those details, so let's see what he says.
it was there for a few years at most, so you're telling me that it wasn't discovered at all.
Ida just conveniently found it?
Brown edge in the middle of the fucking ground, and Ida's the first to trip on it. Lamau? That
Really?
seems rather convenient,
Yeah, very convenient.
Mr. Owlhouse. You can tell where the story is going as soon as Ida explains that Gwen's cures for her curse never work. So why play the story straight? Straight is not the show.
Stop.
They try some misdirection by showing some guy getting cured by Pedro Gonzalez 2005 who's been feeding Gwen her free nitro scams, who for
Okay, I have no idea what that means, but sure.
some reason sounds like Diego Renac. But it doesn't shake the feeling off. So if you were genuinely surprised when they went back to the guy and it turns out he was just a bunch of goblin creatures in a trench coat who was bathing in stolen money, what did Dana mean by this? And I'm sorry, but I don't get how. There's no actual plot progression here aside from the oddly implemented B-plot where King decides that he needs to make his long-lost father come to him, and that's about it. My god, the emotion, the drama is reaching unparalleled heights.
Yeah, crazy. How they made me feel nothing again.
We got to see Lilith's Owl Beast though, that was cool. Oh yeah, there's also a
Really? My guy, you don't have to give the show credit when you don't have to, man. That's all I can tell you.
cliffhanger thing at the end where Gwen just tells Luz that she's not the only human to have lived in Bonesboro, and that one day the guy just vanished, leaving nothing but a book behind in the library. Wait, was that
How would she of all people even know that?
the only bit of really important plot progression here? Sure, that's incredibly
Not to mention it came out of nowhere.
interesting despite coming out of nowhere, but never mind. Like overall,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't see. Yeah.
it's not a terrible episode, but it's definitely the worst of the season so far. It feels completely disconnected from what's currently going on, the pacing is a nightmare, and the story feels rushed and lazy. It's an amalgamation of the problems I had with season 1, but thankfully here it at least managed to stay intact despite its problems. Thankfully, this episode does not represent
You're giving it too much credit,
it
man.
instead signals the exact opposite.
All right. Let's see.
Episode 5 is 2 halves. There's the solid but somewhat predictable episode that finally gives Gus some time in the spotlight, and then there's the fulfilling and engaging Luz and Amity plot that follows up on the previous episode's cliffhanger, while also being responsible for why my Twitter timeline was assaulted by Lumity fan art for most of the summer. Okay, obligatory correction so I don't wake up with a pipe bomb in my mailbox.
Jeez, bro.
Luz is bi. I have to mention that because apparently some people think describing this as bi erasure.
Oh my gosh. Really? Like, I don't mean to undermine it, but do we really need to fixate on those semantics, guys?
Don't get how that works, but
Yeah, me neither, man.
alright. The Gus half is what you expect it to be, a band of misfit kids recruiting a new guy who have ulterior motives and end up being massive mega
Okay,
dicks
why
and
is my keyboard doing that again?
I'll admit, the way Gus handles them is pretty impressive and demonstrates
I straight
how
up pressed
well he
nothing,
can
and
be,
there it
and
is.
ends
Oh
with
well.
him being reassured that being an illusionist isn't all that bad, while also turning... fuck, what's his name? Marco, close enough.
It starts with an M. I straight up don't remember the name. Like, that's another problem with the show, guys. Most of the side characters, really forgettable.
Into a more fleshed out character, while also giving more subtle world building, this time to the Illusionist Coven. I'm disappointed that Gus is still relatively simple as far as characters go, but at least he has something compared to Willow. Despite Gus's half being okay, the Luz and Amity stuff is a lot more interesting as a result as it pushes the plot forward. It's also still refreshing to see Luz showing hesitation when doing dangerous stuff when she realizes Amity could lose her job at the library, and it's
Oh, I would give credit, but at the same time, it's already been done. I guess I can give credit for the consistency.
Amity who
Especially after putting up with a whole season of stupidity, but again, near the finale and whatnot, it feels like Luz didn't learn her lesson.
pushes forward.
Like, it feels like the narrative is just encouraging her behavior from the beginning of the series. Like that one line where her what was it called? Her talisman, the egg, the staff, whatever it's called. When it hatches, she says, "All I ever wanted was to be understood." Like that line, it straight up made me want to close the window and just stop watching, because it was just so dumb in context. But anyways, we're not here for that right now.
With the idea. Hooray for character consistency. Eventually, they find the book left by the human, but lo and
That's the thing though, Swamp. This show is supposed to have like some sort of overarching story, so you would think the side characters, or at least a handful of them, would contribute to the main plot in some capacity, and for the most part they don't, and even if they did, I wouldn't remember their names for the life of me.
behold, the mouse themselves are in there, because the story can't just end here, can it? Well, apparently this is an Echo Mouse, which can play videos of any book it eats, I guess. That's kinda neat.
Okay, something is way off with my keyboard, and you know what? It's about time I replaced it, but I'll worry about that next time.
Sure, it seems like an unorthodox way of making the information about the portal come slower as opposed to just giving them the book, but it functions. Anyway, one of Luz's brain cells disconnects and she shouts at it, which gets them caught and gets Amity fired. Luz manages to get Amity's job back off screen though, and
Yeah, very convenient. Woefully convenient. It's basically Sitting Bull from the Loud House. We don't know how she got the clients back, but she just did.
Amity is
I hate it when any amends that the resolution comes with just happen off screen with no explanation. I really hate it. It feels like they're just trying to give characters credit when it's not deserved.
struggling with her feelings for Luz, stating that she does stupid things out of her love for her, with Luz feeling the same way. Also choosing to dye her hair a different color, which is a neat way of her showing her disconnection from her mother's control since she wanted to keep it green. The mouse
Yeah, very subtle symbolism. It's not like every other girl in existence has ever cut their hair or let alone dyed it out of defiance for their family or whatever. Another cliche that honestly I cannot get behind.
plays a portion of the human's journal, leaving more mysteries that I hope get solved, though these days it's hard to get your hopes up for that sort of thing. What else? Oh yeah, then Disney started going apeshit.
You always have a way of sneaking into people's hearts.
Don't let your kids watch it.
Okay, calm down, man. It's not like it got censored by any means.
It's a cute moment, but the ship hasn't sailed yet. I will say though that while Lumity is technically being rushed out of the way, I still think it's being done better than the first season. Giving
That's a low bar.
actual emotional conflict really assists the fast pacing of their scenes together, and also I'm happy that they're getting it out of the way as opposed to dragging it out for an obnoxious amount of time. Sure, it's not efficient, but it's a fuck lot better than this, because it allows
That's an even lower bar, bro. How you gonna... Is Miraculous Ladybug really the standard, man? I mean, I get it, but... Just don't, bro. Just don't.
to focus more on the plot with very little meandering. Overall, good episode. It was about this point where I finally started to get hooked on the story, and I'm more attached to the characters now, and the next 5 episodes only continue to impress me. Episode 6 finally brings us back to Belos and the Emperor's Coven, and right out of the gate it hits a home run. And then the next scene is a full lap around field. We're talking about the Mets, baby. Love the Mets. Alright, baby, let's go get...
Why am I laughing? I have no idea what the frick he's talking about. I don't know anything about the Mets, guys. Let alone most of American baseball.
Home run, baby, love the Mets, let's go Mets, as we get a glimpse of what Belos has planned with the help of all of the Coven leaders, while also revealing just how much of an effect Belos' unknown illness is having on him in an honestly disturbing scene. If Matthew Reese's comment on Belos being misunderstood are true, then I can't wait to see what the truth behind his actions really is.
Spoiler alert, it's kind of disappointing.
This is also an episode that fleshes out the Golden Guard. He is apparently related to Belos and is one of the only people that seem to command genuine respect and trust from him. We've never seen Belos directly care for another person before.
I mean, it's not like he had a lot of screen time to get the chance, bro. Especially in season 1.
Also requires the magic from Palisman in order to keep his illness under control for some reason. But that's the setup and it's a damn great introduction. I haven't been this...
Yeah. At the very least, the mystery is rather engaging, but the payoff near the end of the season? Nah. Just no, man.
Gripped by the opening minute of an episode for this show before. Great stuff. Anyway, Palisman Adoption Day, and everyone at Hexside, or I assume everyone in the
Emilio, I have no idea what that means.
class, is getting their Palisman and Dilf.
Okay, my guy, you're milking the joke a little too much. I'll tell you that much.
Everyone's able to obtain theirs just fine, but not Luz.
That's it for Luz, of course, because she's quirky. She has to stand out in some capacity. I'm telling you, man. When they're not ripping off one trope, when they're not ripping off a good trope, they're just ripping off one and just trope after trope, just stuff I've seen time and again, man.
This is because Luz deadass went up to the Palisman after hearing everyone else's wishes and went,
I want to be a witch.
Everyone wants to be a witch, you idiot.
Careful, Luz, your ADHD is showing. Luz needs a wish with conviction.
Oh god, I hate this. Oh my gosh, I never got a chance to talk about this before, but I hate this character's design. It's so freaking ugly. Like, I get it, it makes sense, but it doesn't make it any less unappealing. Ugh, get it off my screen.
Which has her come to terms with whether her adventures in the Boiling Isles have ever been worth it if she can't do magic when she goes back home. It's great to see more natural conflict emerging from the characters. Love that shit. Luz takes a runaway palisman back to Hexside when suddenly the Golden Guard takes the entire nest. But the ship gets attacked by... who? I genuinely can't remember your name. But
Me neither, actually. Ironically, I remember your voice more than your actual name. I know that she's voiced by Mela Lee, who's Tiki in the Fire Emblem franchise. And this is a really stark contrast. That's the only reason I remember it.
she's gone completely batshit between seasons and is homicidally jealous of the Golden Guard. No wonder Bellos trusts him more. Man just pulled the greatest bros before hoes moment of the millennia. I unironically stan. Luz goes to recover the Golden Guard. He's a twink.
Come to think of it, what was even the point of the mask? We haven't seen Bellos's yet. Like, I guess if he took it off, we would be able to deduce that maybe they're related, but what was even the point of the mask?
This is Hunter, and he is the best character of the season. Burdened by great expectations, he does whatever
Until they completely botched it in the finale, in the 3-part finale, but that's a story for another time.
he can to please Emperor Bellos. He hates failure and fears being considered useless, but at the same time, his respect for the Emperor is relatively shaky, wanting to help him cure his illness, but visibly fearing his reaction to the solution. There are clear undertones of manipulation here, but it can also be argued that Bellos does genuinely care about Hunter to a certain degree, and Hunter cares about Bellos. It's a complex bond, and we don't have clear answers, but it's written incredibly well. Hunter is powerless without his palisman, but Luz can't back away from him because she'd be leaving the palisman that she has captured, so the two form an uneasy truce for the time being. We get glimpses of Hunter outside of his antagonistic personality where he is impressed with Luz's use of glyphs in order to perform magic, and almost goes into detail on wild magic before
Wouldn't he know about it by now, though? Considering it's what she used to get away from Bellos, and Bellos trusts him in some capacity? I guess not.
stopping himself, as if his loyalty to the Emperor's coven is a chain that he's bound to. He's clearly envious of Luz's freedom, and after the two work together, he immediately turns on her after regaining his staff.
Yeah.
After being
To the surprise of nobody.
scolded by Luz, he lowers it, tells her his name, and lets Luz leave with the rescued palisman. Now, Hunter is not an insanely deep character that requires you to have a fucking master's degree in psychology to understand, but he's still a compelling and emotionally complex person. With the episode ending
If only they didn't completely botch it by the end, but that's, again, not now.
with the runaway palisman that grew fond of him throughout the episode becoming his new staff, with him eventually accepting it and wanting to keep it away from Bellos, while Luz has the option to make a palisman whenever she wants once she finds conviction towards a specific goal. Can I just say, what a fantastic episode. This is the tightest the writing has ever been, and it's wonderful to watch the story unfold, even if at a surface level it seems like nothing special. Hunter is a great character, and Luz gets proper attention here too.
Come to think of it, did he ever talk about the finale and whatnot? He probably has a video, but we're not going to cover that today,
He
guys.
manages to ramp up the stakes, provide fulfilling reveals, and gets you asking more questions in a way that I don't see them skimming over so easily.
Which they kind of did, especially with that one episode where we go into Bellos' mind.
Episode 7 begins with... It's about Ida's fear of everyone leaving her, which eventually leads to her meeting with an old friend slash flame named Rain. I had to re-record that 4 times, who, despite
Why? Old friend slash flame named. Okay, I see what you did. Okay, it is a bit of a tongue twister.
being one of the coven leaders seemingly assisting Bellos, spends her time as a rebel against the throne and asks Ida to join them. Despite the simple premise, the episode gets heavy as fuck towards the end. The episode hinges on Ida and Rain's relationship. So much of the context and storytelling is told through visuals. It's not at all a stretch to say that Ida trying to lock her photo of King and Luz away in a chest that also contains the very symbol of her and Rain's relationship is indicative of how she pushes people away from her and buries her past relations to people. There's also the curse scripting the frankly beautiful visuals of the bard magic, representing her feelings of having no closure. The things she could have done at the time, combined with the
This is one of those episodes I definitely skipped. I ironically skipped. As I was more or less... Well, it's not that I skipped it, it's just that I never binge-watched the show in its entirety. I basically just watched all the essential episodes that people told me to watch, and this just happened to not be on the list.
eventual realization that she was willing to commit suicide along with Rain just for the greater good, only for Rain to stop her after realizing what she
Wow. Wait.
is if you
Suicidal tendencies in a Disney show, but sure, man, the gay stuff was what got them canceled. Nice going, internet.
This is a very emotional episode. It's written so beautifully. It's not like this is mind-blowing or deep symbolism, like this is a fucking Disney show, not even Gillian for crying out loud. That is, Gillian even has symbolism, it gets harder to tell by the day. But it takes a character who has mostly been used to peddle jokes a la Grunkle Stan, and Rain, a character who was introduced in this very episode, and manages to tell a tragic love story between the two in just 20 minutes.
If only it didn't take them, like, what, 2.5 seasons?
Yet none of it feels rushed. It's like an explosion of story elements and themes that wonderfully mix together to create what I honestly think is the best episode of the entire show. A lot
Wow.
of it can fly over your head on
That's
first
a big-
watch.
that's a big
When
praise.
you start analyzing what all of it means in the grand scheme of Owl House's story and the arcs of its characters, it hits you like a goddamn sledgehammer. The music and animation both working in harmony to create something.
Honestly, the lighting in these backgrounds and the lighting, I don't know. I think it's kind of gas. At a glance, to say the least.
emotionally complex and poignant. Now, when the hell have you ever heard me say something like that, huh? I get a lot of shit because my channel is just a big old whinge. A place where I comically exaggerate my frustrations with things I don't like because other people enjoy it. And it gets me views, like, come on, this is an ER title verbatim.
Yeah. More or less, I guess just being a little more cursory with your reviews, it does attract a bigger audience. Unfortunately.
When something is genuinely, like, really deserving of credit, I can't just look away. This was the episode that finally
Yeah.
turned me around on this show. I'm bloody invested. If you haven't watched this episode, I recommend you do. You may find that my praise is incredibly hyperbolic, you may disagree, but for what it's worth, this is the best episode of the Owl House so far. The B-plot involving King and Luz, on the other hand, is a little disjointed. I got
Really? And the main plot somehow makes you think this is still the best episode? You know what? I guess it must be that good.
Out of the Train Your Dragon homage at the beginning. Yes, I am using the wiki as validation for that, crucify me. But it still feels like more of an afterthought, because if they're putting this much effort into their A-plots to compensate, then I really don't mind as much. And
Okay.
that's not to say the ending of the B-plot wasn't the most wholesome thing about the episode. God bless you, King, you freaking legend. And the looming threat of the Day of Unity is starting to feel like, well, a
threat.
The story's getting more intense, the themes are getting darker, and the show's getting more terrifying because the girl from the first episode appears for 20 seconds and she makes me uncomfortable.
And I practice the ancient art of fan fiction!
Oh, shut up. Overall,
Thank you.
absolutely brilliant episode.
I was tired as hell at this point in the recording, so I ended up slurring my words together. Here, apologies. Okay. Really? After only 27 minutes? I don't know. You know what? At best, I only record about 20 minutes worth of dialogue at once. Maybe, you know what? No. That's too generous. 15 at best.
Alright, let's just get it out of the way.
Amity Blight, do you want to go out with me? No.
Finally, this damn show.
Honestly, that would have been a little more... What's the word I'm looking for? That definitely would have felt a lot more progressive. Like, okay, gay couples in a cartoon. Yeah, we've seen them time and again. But a gay rejection? I don't know, man, but that definitely feels a lot more uncommon nowadays.
Ship started sailing, but it's personally not my favorite part of the episode. It's good, don't get me wrong, but I find King and Ida's segments to be a lot better.
Yeah, again, another episode that I was more or less indifferent to.
Personally, the episode revolves around Hootie trying to make himself useful by sorting out everyone's problems, and the irony that comes from that completely backfiring but in the best possible way, and him thinking that he screwed it up. It's sort of like an anthology episode, like Tales of Ba Sing Se, only that at the very end it all ties together, so it's technically not an anthology.
And it actually isn't ultimately filler. Don't get me wrong, I still adore Tales of Ba Sing Se, but
you get what I mean.
it's still filler.
Right? It's structured similarly. First of all, I don't hate Hootie that much. He has his moments. But who was the disgruntled masochist who thought having him be the narrator of the episode was a good idea? No matter what language you watch it in, it is grating, and I wanted to swallow a spoonful of pills halfway into the episode. Dear God, someone shut him up already!
You sure you're okay with it, man? It doesn't seem like it.
Oh, thank God. Second of all,
Ew.
Hooty can eat shit for what he did in the ending. Okay, now for the actual episode. King's
Uh-huh.
segment is all about his frustration hurting over his dad not being there for him. And Hooty just sort of tells him, hey, let's focus on you instead. And King has to look inward for the answers he wants. King doesn't accept this at first, hyperventilating
Yeah, you would think his actual mother figure would be the one trying to push this idea, but sure, let's leave it to the comic relief, I guess.
and doubting if his dad is even
Then again, you could argue both of them are comic relief, more or less.
alive or out there. And in his rage, he releases an ultrasonic wave when he shouts. Hooty cries and then the segment ends.
The fuck?
Wow, that's an ending. King's
Yeah.
segment is good, but the ending does feel rather inconclusive, and it's only really continued at the end of the episode, where he begins to learn more about himself as the days go by. In fact, a recurring theme for each character is having them look inward. Ida confronts not only her curse, but also aspects of herself. Her
Okay, is it just me, or does that kind of metaphor, it does get tiresome after a while when basically every character, especially when basically every character is doing it.
past, the things
Like with Ida, it makes sense because of the curse and whatnot. But with King and Hooty,
she regrets, the things for
I feel like there's a better way you could have conveyed it. I don't know what off the top of my head, but it could have been better.
her life that the curse ruined for her, or things that she made worse herself by pushing people away who wanted to help her.
Like Ida has something of a history that she actually has to look back upon, more or less inward. But with King, like it's like he basically said it himself. His memory, he's lacking most of his memories. So what does he have to look inward for?
All displayed for her dreams, where she finally faces her curse and just talks of it, settling for a truce as they both come to accept each other. It's
Also, I will say this: I love the fact that he used the Bowser's Inside Story music in the background.
powerful stuff, and it also gives Ida a harpy form as opposed to the owl beast. And I'm just in love with this.
Okay, I know I have. On one hand, it came out of nowhere, but on the other hand, I love the Harpy ladies from Yu-Gi-Oh, so I can't help but kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie.
Design. And so is DeviantArt. It's
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, you had it coming.
so cool. Lewis is a lot more direct than the previous two, where she struggles to either be herself or do what she thinks Amity would like, while also struggling with the conflict of focusing on the portal back to Earth and asking Amity straight out. And while the Tunnel of Love bit came off as really forced, I think that was the point. It's supposed to be representative of Luz's cheesiness and how she would try to be insanely extra if she had to ask Amity out. And it's contrasted by her freaking out and thinking it's lame because Amity would think it's lame, despite Luz being herself, working with Amity's fear of being the one to make the first
You would think at this point in their dynamic, it would be a little less complicated than that, but minor nitpick.
move, and Amity liking Luz for being herself as well. It's, again, not such
And again, Amity, it doesn't, again, her initial feelings for her, they came out of nowhere in the first place. Like, initially, she didn't even respect her as a person, and she had no reason to. Now, suddenly, she's totally head over heels for this quirky chungus. Is that even, am I even using that term properly? I don't know, I hate using the term chungus in such an, even in an ironic context.
with its themes of self-acceptance, but they're so well done. And of course, it ends with Lumity finally being canonized, but Amity is still very much a disaster lesbian, don't you worry. There's not much else to say other than this episode is a lot.
Fine.
And yet somehow they managed to make it work. It almost buckles under the weight of its own ambition, but
I kind of disagree. It could have been a little better.
it feels one thing after another, hit after hit, while staying true to the show's themes and doing them justice in a more nuanced fashion than whatever the hell this was.
I practice the ancient art of fan fiction.
I will never live down that pilot. It was, like, honestly, guys, if it weren't for the pilot, I think it would have been a lot easier for me to get into the show. I still would have been disappointed, but alright, guys, I have a guest. I'll be right back. Okay. Back to business. Please and thank you. Wait, where'd it go? Hello? Chrome? You good, homie? Okay, where the heck did it... Okay, maybe it's because I minimized the tab? Hold on. Okay, yeah, it's because I minimized the tab. Okay. Jeez. Oh, hi, Boo. Welcome to the stream. I'm late for the norm. You know what, girl? Don't feel bad about it. I know you're busy, more or less. I appreciate the Animal Crossing. Yeah, don't give me that much credit. I basically just picked up a winter Nintendo music playlist and I literally just searched Nintendo winter music and it popped this up. So don't give me too much credit.
No, after this episode, the hits still keep coming.
Wait, what part, Boo? The fanfiction line? Really? Oh, could have sworn that was the pilot. Okay, I guess I'm tripping. It's still dumb though. Come to think of it, if it's in the finale, that makes it even worse. The final episodes.
Episode 9, while not as good as the previous 2 episodes, is pretty good. Although the start confused the heck out of me because Bellows...
Which one was this one again?
...shows his face?
Yeah. What was the point of having him wear a mask for a whole season and a half?
Okay, that was certainly a choice. I mean, I knew it wasn't Sans Undertale under there.
I guess there's no... What was the point of him wearing the mask? If you're just gonna show him off like that, okay, sure.
That was a joke. But it's an interesting decision that I'm torn on. Because on one hand, it removes a lot of his malice and intimidation, but on the other hand, it's probably...
And it kind of takes the fun out of it, if you ask me.
...the point to give him more of a warm feeling when he's talking to Hunter, because this Bellows...
Try that again and things won't end well for you.
And this Bellows...
I love the young.
two separate...
It definitely does undermine a lot of the intimidating factor.
entities. Did the mask and voice really have that much of an impact, or is there something else here? Am I supposed to be torn? I'm probably missing the point here because I'm a complete dumbass.
Well, however it went, Boot, thank you nonetheless.
But it's
I'm proud of the choices, to be honest. Like, I don't know, I did take a bit of a look at it, and you know what? I'm glad it's making someone happy. Oops, that doesn't mean I should start playing it. My bad.
decision. We'll leave it at that. Anyway, loses the common cold, mold. So when the Echo
Is that what they called it?
Mouse starts playing a journal entry stating that Titan's blood can be used to travel in between dimensions when colliding with water, Amity, Ida, and King head over to Eclipse Lake and work with/against Hunter to find some. I would ask how Titan's blood creates rifts to other realms when colliding with water, but we're only 10 episodes into the season and the answer's probably obvious, so plot hole light, I guess. I like how Hunter is essentially a parallel to Amity. Hunter misinterpreting and convincing Amity that Luz's messages mean something entirely different not only shed light on how he views things, but it shows Amity's own fear of disappointing those that think she's important, whether that's a parent or a partner. With Hunter having the same feelings, just with Bellows. He's tempted out of this mindset a number of times, and he does seem to feel genuine remorse for having to blackmail Amity just to get what he wanted. But the possibility of failure and of disappointing Bellows is always sitting at the back of his mind.
I mean, yeah, you understand his fear, but on the other hand, it's really hard to be afraid of Bellows now that he took the mask off. Like, I don't know. Again, the intimidating factor definitely got undermined a little.
Other than that, the episode itself is just very entertaining and well paced, although I'm not a fan of getting cucked out of an action scene.
Alright, Owl Beast. Let's see what we can do!
Yeah, I'm sure no one wanted to see what happened next there. Also,
and we didn't. We didn't. First time we get to see Harpy Ida pop off, and we don't get to see most of it. Thanks.
The scene of Hunter literally digging his grave because he can't go back empty-handed, like, Jesus Christ, that's some dark shit. And
it seems a little exaggerative, but I guess in that kind of context, it does make a little sense.
The way he plays it off like he's literally going insane isn't helping. It's a great scene, but it hits you in the face of a brick out of nowhere. We get a pretty cool fight scene after this, and the animation is incredibly smooth. Now, I'm not a frame rate whore because I actually like looking at what the animators intend for you to see, but Owl House's fight scenes look consistently amazing, so mad props. At the end of the episode, it's revealed that Amity broke the key in her grasp and has Titan's blood stain in her glove, while the portal key is slowly dripping its blood away in Hunter's hands. I don't know if this is enough Titan's blood to reactivate the portal.
realistically, I don't think it should, but it did anyways.
But the fact that they now have the key is a little worrying. Man, I did not expect to become so invested in this that I'm now making up my own theories and thinking about how the finale is gonna play out. With this much plot being given to us within 10 episodes, none of it being overwhelming, I can't wait to see how the finale plays out. Still cautiously
You know what?
optimistic
I'm gonna let
because
him
they
talk.
can always pull another young blood old souls. I just want to take this episode of
Hey, yo. Okay, so apparently this doesn't cover all of season 2.
Okay, this is one hell of an emotional cliffhanger. So using the remaining Titan's blood, Luz is able to create a temporary portal back to Earth, but things don't go as planned. Instead, she ends up in some weird area between the realms, and her only method of making it to Earth is through projecting herself onto reflections. It's a pretty creative concept, and it looks beautiful.
Am I crazy, or have I seen this concept done before? I'm probably crazy.
Now, remember the fake Luz that's currently still on Earth with Camila? Well, we finally get some answers. Turns out she was a shape-shifting creature from the Boiling Isles that made it through the portal door soon after Luz first arrived.
That's really convenient, but alright.
And she pretty much took her place. Not out of malice, but simply because she has nowhere to go. Camila took her in and finally gave her a place to belong to. So the current plan is to just
You'd think her own mother would catch on to an imposter. Like, you know the saying, how parents know their kids better than anyone. You'd think she would have caught on.
have her take Luz's place until she finds an actual way back. Except V here needs magic to transform back, so that's what the rest of the episode hinges on, where we get to see just how different V's life living as Luz is compared to how Luz herself lives, making new friends and generally having a lot of things that Luz didn't have before she went to the Boiling Isles. And
Yeah.
it's sort of asks
Kind of an
Luz
ironic contrast. I kind of dig it.
this is what her life
Just because Luz's character initially was always so obnoxious to me, and it still kind of is.
could have been if she hadn't decided to stay with Ida for the summer. She could have met the same people and had a different life-changing experience, just sort of asking her what could have been. And the main thing the episode deals with is generally just a lot of humanity, even within these demons from another realm. And
Although I will say though, the ending. Whoa, what the heck? My hands were completely off my keyboard. What was that? I will say, this episode's ending, it definitely bothered me. Just cause Luz's mom, Camila, more or less came to the realization that, wait, the girl I've been living with is an imposter? And my actual girl is lost somewhere? Whatnot? Like, I don't know. I feel like it's taken a little too lightly from what I remember. But I don't know. Last time I saw this episode was like 3 years ago, so my
no, I'm not
memory's a
talking
little
about the
flimsy.
demonic rats that are behind the store.
Cool, talking rats.
Now come here, I'll tell you how to be a rat.
Yeah, I have no idea what this is referencing, but go off, King.
Luz's mom, realizing just how much she'd missed her daughter's creativity, that damn conversation at the end, it's such an emotionally charged moment, eventually spiraling out of comfort just from Luz saying something at the wrong time, Camila going into a panic thinking it was her that drove Luz away, promising her
Did she though? Realistically, no. That's one of my biggest problems with the pilot. Like, her mom is like, bro, you almost got some of your classmates killed. You gotta go to this camp. Like, that's not really driving her away. That's just responsible parenting. So, yeah, when you take that into consideration, it just undermines the emotions in this moment, if any. Which they're trying to convey, but it just doesn't add up when you take everything into account.
things will never be like that again and just wanting her to come home. And that's what that conversation ends on. It doesn't end happily. It leaves us in the same position as Luz, and it's heartbreaking.
Okay,
Thanks to the
again,
sheer
why is my
amount of
keyboard doing
development
that? You
Luz
know
has
what? I
had
gotta-
over the course of the season, coupled with everything she's been through, I started to really feel the emotional baggage of this scene. It's
I don't know what is up with my keyboard, but you know what? I've had this since 2017. It's about time I had it replaced.
masterfully done. Okay, enough sad stuff. I like that Camila didn't have a full-on breakdown upon realizing that the demon realm exists.
Let alone the fact that her actual daughter has been missing this whole time, but sure.
Like, she realized pretty quickly that this was a serious situation, which I am so thankful for. You have no idea.
I guess, but again, they're just glossing over her what she should naturally be feeling anyways.
Then there was Ronaldo, played by Roger Craig
Never mind the fact that her own daughter disobeyed her, which you'd think a mother would react a little more aggressively to that.
Smith after 10 cups of coffee, and he was terrible. But he was entertaining as a typical conspiracy nut, although he can sound a bit too much like Sonic the Hedgehog having a mental breakdown.
What? No, absolutely not. We made a verbal agreement.
I quit heroing, and I quit this stupid group!
And guys, if you're stressed
Okay.
out over not having a decent MILF, boom.
Stop. Just stop, bro. Okay, she is pretty, I'm not gonna lie, but no.
There you
I'm sorry, what? I like girls my age, let me put it that way.
Yo, problem solved. I love so much of what they did here. Fueling Luz's inner conflict of returning home or staying in the Isles, managing to flesh out and make us sympathize for V over the course of a single episode. And god, that final scene between Luz and Camila is just fantastic. There's a lot
You're giving it, again, you're just giving it too much credit.
more that I could say, but I think I may want to leave it there. It's clear that this episode is going to have a massive impact on the story going forward. It's not my favorite so far, that's
Like, I hate the fact that the narrative is blaming Camila for her choices, rather than just just glazing Luz in ways that they never had to.
but this is definitely up there.
Okay, I'm guessing this is as far as the video goes, all the way up to the 10th episode.
Well, those are my thoughts on all the episodes that are currently out. I've never quite seen a cartoon manage to
When was
cram
this
so
published?
much heavier story content into
November
10
28th. I don't remember exactly when the show ended, but that makes sense.
episodes and somehow managed to make it feel natural. Owl House Season 2 hits you like a fucking sledgehammer with its plot progression.
My mom in that situation would have been so furious and scared if that happened to me. True. Yeah. Any mother, really.
Character development and themes, all the while giving you enough time to take everything in and not be overwhelmed. The pacing is night and day compared to the first season. While the pacing is still very fast, and at some points it can feel like it's close to collapsing in on itself,
Okay, to be fair though, it was at the risk of presumably getting cancelled at this point, which it technically did.
it holds out through each episode. Season 1's pacing, which I'd say most people can agree on by the way, feels unstable. It doesn't have that balance between fast as lightning action and story. Now don't
And to be honest, when you take it into account, it just undermines a lot of the emotions in season 2, the more you think about it.
get me wrong, there's story and then there's action, but the two just don't work together. And it can lead to the plot feeling very rushed or underdeveloped. Insert remaining salt for the season 1 finale here. So I'm glad that I'm not regularly suffering from an aneurysm in this case. The dialogue
Well, okay.
also feels a lot more natural, and the voice actors slash actresses are regularly bringing their A game. I can't understate how good Alex Hurt
No, that's the one thing I cannot agree on. He is literally just using his Bill Cipher voice. How am I supposed to feel any semblance of emotion with it?
is during King's breakdown scenes. It
No, I'm sorry, man. It's just way too distracting, especially with how much this show loves associating itself with Gravity Falls. Just no, man. I cannot agree with that in any capacity. I'm sorry, man.
genuinely sounds like he himself is on the verge of tears. Wendy Malick is still great as Ida,
Yeah, I will still give credit for that. Great casting.
although it can sometimes sound like she's on the verge of a laughing fit during some of the more serious scenes.
It wasn't your fault.
Okay, Tails, you're gonna have to be more specific than that.
It was yours.
Sarah Nicole Robles, sorry if I mispronounced that, still does a damn fine job as Luz, etc, etc. All of the cast members deserve credit for bringing these characters to life. The animation is still great, I love how everything moves, I love the colors.
Like, yeah, why did we need to cast Alex Hirsch to play this character when he's supposed to be basically a literal demon baby? Like, why did we have to go the comedic route of casting a... Okay, calling Alex Hirsch a comedian might be a bit of a stretch, but you get what I mean.
Still not sure about Luz's stone toss lip, but I can ignore that. Once everything gets smooth
Who?
in the show, you're in for a visual delight, and scenes like Ida's Requiem specifically are stunning. The music is also pretty good too. I
Okay, to be fair though, the lighting kind of carries it, now that I think about it.
remember saying the music wasn't too memorable in season 1 outside of the opening and ending theme, but there are a lot of great
It
tracks
still isn't, if you ask me. I can't remember anything outside of the theme song.
here that perfectly capture the essence of the scenes they're featured in. Ida's Requiem, and it all comes together naturally. What
Does it,
else? Ida's Requiem.
Okay, bro, you're just glazing it at this point, chill.
Jesus Christ, I cannot understate how good this episode was. It just does everything right and then some. One of the best episodes of TV I've seen all year. Fuck it. The story itself
Wow.
is getting a lot more intense and I can't wait to see what comes next. Granted, I still think the world building as a whole is flawed. I am still peeved at how
Yes.
Luz is just allowed to study every type of magic despite it being super illegal. I'll still
That's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to Luz's problems in the narrative and as a character.
accept it as a power move from Bump though, just saying. But season 2 definitely adds to it in a way that makes
More or less, APD. More or less.
sense. So while season 1 has done some damage to it, I can live with it if the show is dead set on improving itself, and well, it's definitely doing that. The characters are so much more consistent, aside from Ida's little hiccup in the first episode, and are fully fleshed out, believable people. And the thematic substance here is so much more than just, oh, you have a Tumblr blog? Yes. Badass!
Okay. Barely a little better, but Honestly, I'd say hardly.
Let's Do a Crime and has a much more broader spectrum of ideas applied to different characters, while also giving its main theme
But are those here's the thing. Okay, you know what? I'm tired of repeating myself. I'm just gonna let him
and
talk.
a lot more subtlety. If I made another video on this show, I would not have to use this attention-grabbing title anymore, because that's
To be honest, I think the title was really lengthy to begin with.
what the title was, attention-grabbing, while also making fun of how unsubtle the show was in Season 1.
Because it really wasn't.
I still think the dialogue in
I'm sorry, it was unsubtle.
Episode 1 is utter sewage, but seeing this show go from being okay but not my thing to something I am now 100% on board with in just 10 episodes, I mean, how do you...
I mean, more power to you, man, but ultimately, Season 1 has too many problems that ultimately carry over onto Season 2. To where, I mean, I watched what I could, but even then, not my thing.
If you've been watching this video and haven't seen Season 2 yet, I implore you, give it a shot. It's not the finest piece of animation.
What do you mean, Swamp? In terms of Digital Circus, I think the show needs to finish before I give my full-blown opinion. There are a couple things that do bother me, like sometimes the therapy sessions, for lack of a better term, are a little too lengthy and preachy, but other than that, I really do enjoy it.
Ever, or even close to the best thing I've seen all year, but the Owl House has become a remarkably solid fantasy show that I'll gladly watch until the end, which sadly doesn't seem to be too far away. As previously stated, Disney's treatment of the show hasn't been stellar, and I'm fearing for how
I mean, in some capacities, and if my conjecture turned out to be right, we'll never really know for sure. It's kind of deserved.
the show is going to wrap things up in a satisfying way with just a handful of specials, but that's a topic for another video, if I make it.
Yeah, come to think of it, Amity is just... Yeah, she's still really bland the more I think about it. Like, most of their dynamic, it just revolves around what Luce is thinking, not what she is.
Wow, what a turnaround. I may not have hated the first season of this show.
Okay, yeah, I think we're at this point where... Do I really need to finish watching the rest of the video? I feel like... Yeah, I can see what people were telling me about. Tunchi kind of caved into the mob, and he's giving this show a lot more compliments than what it deserves. So, I think we're going to leave it at that. I mean, what else can he say within the next minute and 20 seconds or so? But that's that, guys. Glad we finally got that out of the way after leaving it on hold for, like, what, 3 months? How long has it been? Since the last time I reacted to his Owl House video? Like, golly, man. It has been a hot minute. But alright, Swamp. What was he called again? You know what? More rhetorically, how long are his videos? Let's see. Oh, wow. YouTube actually recommended it. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. The Great Loud House Cringe Fest of 2025. Oh, it's 22 minutes. Oh my god, what is that thumbnail? Am I even allowed to show that? Oh god, you know what? Just for the sake of being concise with it, let's look at the 2023 one, just to more or less get an idea of what you're getting me into, Swamp. Let's see. And I sincerely hope none of what is presented in this video will get me in trouble with TOS and whatnot. I mean, if it didn't get him in trouble, it probably won't apply to me, but let's see, my boy. The finale was a ripoff of Amphibia? Was it, though? I guess in some... Nah, that might be a bit of a stretch, APD. Amity's an accessory to Luce? Yeah, basically, Boot. Not to mention, like I've said, her feelings for her, they do not feel genuine in any capacity. He lost all the many problems he has with an episode, but then he says it's not that bad. Yeah. But alright, let's see.
You know, sometimes I really do have to question my life choices. Like the one that I'm doing right now. What the fuck did I do in my life to deserve looking at Loud House cringe?
You'd be surprised what people put up with just for the sake of making content, man.
Oh man, already looking at this, I must say, amazing banner. It
Cringe. This is an actual account?
it looks so good.
You know what? It's never gonna lose its mileage, so more power to them.
I mean, like, to be honest, it does look
What?
official and it is.
Why? What corners of your imagination actually spur you into drawing this into reality? Okay, Lana getting Thanos snapped. Like, who even thinks of that? It feels like it's randomly generated. Know what I mean?
Kind of funny. I do kind of like that. This, on the other hand, this is the first image that I'll be looking
That's freaking
at.
terrifying. I know exactly. Just from looking at it, it's freaking terrifying.
Yeah, good to know that this person just beat him to a pulp. Honestly, I thought
Who was
that
that?
this was blood there for a second. Like, she literally beat him up to a pulp, but I guess not. Oh no, she's guilty of killing her. How could she? She
What?
killed her. How she killed her, and now she's dead. Good job. This is
Okay.
not okay. Loud House.
What?
No. This is great. Perfect.
Okay, I know the intention is to make you cringe, but it's making me cringe a little too hard, guys. I'm not gonna lie.
10 out of 10. Maybe there's a reason onto why she died then. Oh no, could my sister give me Weggy at school?
What is this? What? Why? How? Oh gosh.
You will play with me now. No. Crying emoji. Oh no. How could they? Why is this a kite? Why is this a crossover that needed to happen?
What does Caillou have to do with? Okay, sure.
Specifically with these two characters. Lincoln, please wake up. Don't leave me. What the fuck? Why
What
is
is-
this image here? What is this image? Why? I thought this
Wait, am I gonna get copyrighted for the music in the background? Probably
show
not.
was supposed to be like wacky and fun, not like what the fuck is this?
Yeah, it's just a classic Nickelodeon show. How do we go to this extremes with the gore and whatnot?
Why? We are not friends anymore. Oh, how could he? He completely
Yeah, this is one of those times where I just want to quote Larry the Cucumber. In the future, humor will be randomly generated. Like,
just destroyed her with facts and logic. Oh,
okay, to be fair though, she was kind of abusive. Maybe she deserved it. I don't know, man. I'm trying to make the best of it. I'm trying to give an optimistic outlook, but it's making me look even cringier.
yeah, this is that's good.
No,
Mhm,
no. Bad DeviantArt. Bad.
Yep, this is wonderful. What?
Just
Yep.
no. Stop.
What is this?
What
It's
is?
Spanish, so I can't read it, but like.
Okay, I can. Hold on. First off, do you think that society will make the drug public? Okay, I can't even finish reading that without cringing. What is? What is this?
If I could, I would probably understand why the fuck this is happening.
You know what? Then I could read it for you, man, but I'm not going to. For everyone's sake, I'm not going to.
Like, up here, okay, fine, sure, but down here, what the hell? Oh no, Lincoln got dieted again. Oh no, for the second time in this video. Oh no,
Okay.
Toy Story.
Moving
Toy
on.
Story.
What does Steven Universe have to? Okay, I don't get it, man. I don't get it, man.
I mean, sure. Why not? Both horrible, cringy fan bases. Why the fuck?
I guess, but
Oh boy, it's Lincoln again in some kind of perilous situation.
oh my
involving
gosh,
Him, I don't know.
him dying.
Some shit. Like,
Why? Why is this fandom obsessed with this kind of situation? Why is there?
Also, this girl right here is just way too close to her brother. She's way too close to her.
Okay,
Also,
bro, don't give them any more ideas. We already know there's too much. I don't even. You know what? I'm not even gonna talk about it. I'm not opening that whole can of worms because they already did.
Why does she look like? Why does she look so small? Leave this chair. No, sir, not getting out of this chair.
What?
It's not even the joke with the episode.
It's not even a joke. It's not even. Why would you drag Eustace into? Ugh, okay.
Why even make this? I mean, let's be honest here. I think this character is like a gender bent version of Dexter anyway, so.
Oh my gosh, he's right. Hold on, let him cook. Hold on, let him cook. Is Lisa Lau basically just female Dexter? Huh. You know what? It might be a stretch, but you know what? I guess I've seen worse. I've seen
This
worse.
is just understandable, really. Happy birthday, Mr. Savino.
Oh boy. Oh boy. When was this published?
yeah, okay, yeah, okay. Well, this is just
I sincerely hope this was written made prior to 2017, but what are the odds?
domestic abuse, isn't it? Also, why did they put their TikTok at it here? You're not gonna generate fans with whatever the hell this is.
You won't. You really won't, man. Trust me. Oh my gosh, they killed Lincoln. You bet. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it. He really is the Kenny McCormick of Nickelodeon, or really his fandom rate more so.
You're putting your TikTok at why? Okay.
I have legitimately never heard a single soul unapologetically plugging their TikTok in fan art, of all things.
Okay, this is a fucking, like, crossover of the century, I swear to God. You got
Okay.
this girl, whoever the fuck she is, I
Luann.
don't know her name, and Cuphead.
And Cuphead and Mugman for some reason 3D rendered in a. What is the point of this? Genuinely.
At a Japanese high school. Why?
Oh, is that what that is?
Why are they here? Again, putting the characters in just like randomly perilous situations.
Why?
Actual hell.
Why? Why is this fandom addicted to just hurting the characters or portraying them bruised and wounded and on the verge of death? Why?
Why? Why is she like this? What happened to her? Fucking Christ! Why do people want to see this kind of image? I don't
Genuine-
get it.
yeah,
Why do people want
that's
to
what
see
I'm
this?
saying.
It's disgusting. SpongeBob.
SpongeBob, how dare you win the kid? Really? Is this what internet humor has devolved into? What?
How dare you want?
Never mind the fact that the Lincoln is photoshopped in. Really? This is. I'm telling you, man. DeviantArt is just. It's like 90% children, man.
Choice Awards
Golly.
for 2023. Uh-oh.
What? And what is? The... What? I'm losing my mind, guys. Okay, moving on.
This is an image, ladies and gentlemen. This really is an image.
This is an actual edit that an actual person put actual time and.
SpongeBob, you're grounded for 1-866-895-8768.
Is this really the best methods of coping that they can come up with, Swamp? Golly.
365-236-5-236-236-236-006-98425255.
What the heck, Nickelodeon? You didn't announce new episodes of the Wild House.
Yeah, I'm not reading all that. TLDR, too long, didn't read.
Alright, cool, thanks. I don't care. It's not your fault. Part 2. Okay.
We've actually read this on stream before, and... Okay, just a random miscellaneous page? Sure.
I don't know what this is.
No, wait, this is part 2. We have not read that on stream, and I kind of never want to.
141 pages! You know, if I was in this kind of a situation, I think I'd also have Lincoln's question mark.
No, just... No. Can we... that's another thing that really bothers me about this fandom. They ship Lincoln with virtually every female that breathes in this franchise.
Yeah, I'd also be like this, because, like, what the actual hell?
Like, they just don't draw the line anywhere. It's nauseating.
So, who is this and why is this? In the fat house, in the
Ew,
fat house.
why?
Kill myself.
Just, yeah.
I'm not even...
Okay, I'm skipping ahead a little.
Finish it.
Can we just get to something else, please?
Lisa, explanation.
Stop! Ew! I'm more grossed out than I am cringing. Maybe it's both. I don't know how to interpret my emotions here.
Going on here. These are breeds. I don't care what anyone says. These are breeds. Oh boy, it's more fetish.
Stop.
This is what God looks like. I think I want to go to hell.
What?
This is an amazingly high quality image right here, guys. We've
What?
got the Lincoln household up here, taking like a screenshot from the show or whatever.
Okay.
And then just the Tom and Jerry logo down here.
What?
And then the
That's
description
it?
is loud kids watching Tom and Jerry on Saturday morning.
I've seen worse. I can say that much.
No, they're just watching a fucking PNG. And you really were really creative when you came up with this fucking image, I swear to God. Leave me and my family and our money alone, you mutated jerkwad.
Okay, on one hand, it's still cringe, but at the same time, yeah, screw flip.
You know this person is a fucking Mr. Enter fan. Turn off your TV. Oh no, it's God again.
Okay.
The actual hell is this?
You might want to skip 30 seconds. The next one is pretty screwed up for no reason. Do I? Okay, that could have been a lot worse. Okay, that could have been much worse.
Oh, how could I ever notice?
Okay, this one's not so bad. It's just working off of the premise of an old episode. You know what? Okay, I can believe it. It's a little dark that they're letting Lincoln drown, but you know what? It's kind of in character. I'll give credit where credit is due.
Even want underage people. Yay! Fuck Lincoln though. He's a
Oh my gosh, boo. Weed eater.
dude, he's gonna die.
Hold on, guys. You know what? I feel like we need the context. You know what? We'll get to that context because some of you are gonna be like, Weed Eater, what is she talking about? I'll show you guys one as soon as we're done here.
Like a modern meme, let's be honest here. Ah, finally, she's dating something that's not her own brother. Too bad it's Naruto.
Oh my god, why? Why? Why?
Ah, yes, the perfect thing that you should do when
Who?
someone has fucking brain damage. You know, kiss them.
Who?
Why are the loud
I get the feeling it's a character in the show, but who?
siblings like in all these fucking hospital pictures? What is this? I have captured a loud sibling, and now I, the Great Lacey, demand a seat in the Vengeance Society.
Huh?
Bro, I got fucking Necrozma.
Why
to
is
kill her
Necrozma-
ass. Do I
what-
even need to mention Ultra? She has bad gums. Seriously, what the fuck is this image?
Why?
I'd be this girl right here. She's like, what the hell is wrong with your gums?
What is?
No.
What?
No, this is made in Microsoft
Ugh. Okay, guys, I'm gonna faint. I'm gonna faint from cringing so much.
Paint. Oh no. The Comfort House by The Loudster.
What?
The Loudster. Okay.
Why is this?
So like, what?
What's the context? Why? I have so many questions that I really don't need the answers to.
What is this image, and why is she so huge? Look at her. She looks like a goddamn ironing board
Okay, to be fair though, Read Aloud is kind of thick. She is kind of thick in canon, so I can see what he was going for, but yeah, it could have been drawn a little better.
herself. Okay, what is this image exactly? What is this?
I don't get
Thanks,
it.
Linky. A couple days later. Thanks, Linky. Schoolmaster Key. What have I
What? Am I missing something, or does it just not make any sense?
done? Yeah, what have you done? What is this
What?
image even mean?
I-
Read aloud. Epilogue. What?
It still doesn't make any sense, even with the context of that episode. Great episode, by the way, but what?
Yup.
Oh, this
You know,
more cringe. Okay. You know what? This is not even a drawing. This is just a really cheap edit, and no, get hated on. Honestly, quit the internet. Get off the internet. Go outside. Live your life, dude.
you know, a
Whoever did this, go touch grass.
good image is made when it's like every character is compressed and you can barely even
What is Daffy Duck doing in the? Never mind.
tell what's even going on. This is like them celebrating the 4th of July or some shit. Like, what am I looking at?
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, brother. What does this mean? Am
What?
I getting? Is this a bad idea to do this video?
What?
Nah, it's a perfect idea. The Loud House fandom is just as bad as the fandom.
What's the fandom?
What? Oh,
What?
the Loud House hate-dom is about
Oh.
the fandom. I mean, I don't know
No, not really.
anything
Like you, 99% of the time, you guys deserve. You're getting what you deserve.
about the hate-dom. So sorry. I know one thing's for sure. I definitely don't like the fandom. Okay. What the fuck am I looking at here?
Yeah. What am I don't get it
Literally up
either.
Here, what am I looking at?
Okay, that's a frame from the show. In context, it makes sense, but
Because down here, yeah,
that's where it stops making any sense.
sure, whatever. But like here, what? I don't get it. Oh well, this has nothing to do with the Loud House. This is just typical DeviantArt stuff.
Oh gosh,
There's
you know
no
what?
update.
I think my keyboard was trying to save me there with the glitch it's been having.
The savvy. Like,
Okay, that's not so bad. That could have been a lot worse. It doesn't make any sense, but it could have been a lot worse.
say that for pretty much every fucking image I've seen in this video so far. We got character fighting. Oh my fucking god! Would you stop it already?
Who is this guy? What is? Okay, sure.
He's not happy about the brawl, the family brawl.
Who the heck is Eugene?
And again,
And?
this is just typical like DeviantArt.
Oh gosh.
I'm not doing this right. Her handwriting is kind of hard to read.
Should I? I'm not sure how I feel about this. It's well drawn. I'll give it credit for that, but really, is this what we're doing?
Yeah, just continue stepping on him. Just make sure you break his.
Hey yo,
bones.
hey
That's
yo,
the world. That's
hey yo.
And so this video ends with this image because honestly, I've been looking through this thing for a while.
I'm not sure how I feel about any of that. I am legitimately so flabbergasted. Is that even the right term in this context? Guys, what am I supposed to make of this? Genuine question. What am I? You know what? Give me the Weed Eater. Give me the Weed Eater. You know, we're not going to watch it in its entirety because copyright and whatnot, but give me the freaking Weed Eater. Hold on. Why am I laughing at this? See? You see what happens? Like, random humor and creative choices, they can be at least funny. But Ironically, the Loud House still fails at both, or at least the fandom does. Like, at the very least, I can appreciate the irony here, but there, I'm just completely lost. Oh, gosh, man.
That doesn't make
Say it. Say it.
Weed eater.
I love how even the closed captions have this. I don't even know what you call it, but okay. Okay. Oh, guys. Sometimes it's just fun to just screw around on stream with no agenda, no schedule, or really just a schedule. I guess in that context, they're synonyms, but still. Want to check out Discord out before we close today? I kind of do, Swamp, I'm not gonna lie. You have no choice but to throw me into the sea. You don't have to do that. We have a plank. You can just walk off. Bro, I need to rewatch some VeggieTales classics one of these days. Like, I don't know. It's a little jarring that a 28-year-old is watching a preschooler show on his own, but at the same time, hey. I don't know, man. I just appreciate the irony in it in some capacity. But alright. Let's go into Discord, guys. Let's see what you got cooking, Swamp. I believe you posted more mud. Oh my god. Oh, what the? No. Shut up. What the? Okay. Again, my keyboard is glitching for whatever reason. Oh my gosh, guys. That's terrifying. That is legitimately terrifying. This innocent little axolotl. I'm not gonna lie. This is genuinely nightmare fuel, Swamp. This is genuinely nightmare fuel. Like, if I stare at it long enough, it's genuinely gonna haunt me on the eve of Christmas Eve, mind you. Okay, this one's kind of funny though. I don't know what it is, but Mudkip Jax is gonna. Okay, I may be a little mixed on Jax as a character, but you know what? Somehow this fits, and I mean that in the best of ways. Yeah, VeggieTales was just ahead of its time. Like, honestly, if there's one thing I'll give my religious school credit for, is for making me watch VeggieTales that often, just because it has aged remarkably well. Okay, hold on, chat. I have a guess. I'll be right back. Okay. I'd like to believe everything is taken care of, and... Swamp. What is this? Okay, you know what? That was too demeaning. What am I looking at exactly? Why is he so pale? Like, I understand the theme, it's Christmas themed, but why is he so pale? Is he a Christmas ghost? Like, what? Why does he look so ironically melancholy? He looks kind of sad, and it makes me kind of sad. What am I looking at here? Okay, you know what? This is kind of cute. Just him, the fact that the wrinkles on his chest is also shaped like a Z, that's a cute detail. Like, look at this. What's with the T's at the tip of the hat, though? And the tassel. Okay, this, though... This is kind of gas. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of gas. Oh my gosh. Okay, I kind of dig it. The ripped pants, the abs, the... It's ironic. There's a certain ironic enjoyment in this. I will give it that. Chris Mudkip that ran down cold. He looks back at 2025. That's why he's sad. Okay, that makes sense. They did a 3D reanimated collab of the VeggieTales episode. Really? Hold up, Boo. Hold up. Let's see. Rack, Shaq, and Benny. Huh. Is this what I'm supposed to be looking at, Boo? Hold on. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna play it on. Obviously, I'm not gonna play it on stream because I'm gonna get copyrighted. But the more you know. Want to do a Mudkip for each type? I mean, if you want to, Swamp. It's all I can tell you. But alright, guys. We've been live for almost 4 hours now. Reference to Torchic and Trico. Ah, TNT. Okay. I see what you did there. But alright, guys. We've been at it for almost 4 hours now. And yeah, there are way too many distractions around me for me to keep it up. Yeah, Boo. You know what, Boo? I'll take a look at it off screen because I don't want to get copyrighted. So, with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for today. And more than likely tomorrow I will not be streaming because I'll be too busy with the decorations, with Christmas and whatnot. Christmas dinner and whatnot. And again, my keyboard still has this glitch for whatever reason. I mean, to be fair, most of the time I'm playing Switch games, so it's not an issue, but... I'll have to look into it. But alright, guys. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. As always, if your heart so desires, hit that subscribe button and follow me on Twitter for updates. I'll be back either... Usually Christmas Day is not very busy for me, guys, but for all I know, things are going to change. So I'll either be back Christmas Day or the day after. We'll just have to wait and see, guys. So with that being said, once again, I'm Siwa signing out. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to all of you. Take care, guys. I'm gonna leave. You know what? I'm gonna leave you on the note on the buff Mudkip. How about that? How about that for a Christmas present, to say the least? But with that being said, guys, once again, I'm Siwa signing out. Take care. Bye.